That's what I thought. Last Saturday, I thought it was one of the best collisions.
Yeah, it was up there for sure. I really like the name drop of Warlow. Not Warlow, geez.
Eddie.
Oh my, Eddie Kingston. There we go. I was talking to somebody else about that.
All right, so we're live, but we'll wait a few minutes because I'd like to put my cord we're live and stuff.
Oh, you're good. There it is. Copy that. There we go. Yeah, I think I know there's been a lot going on in the wrestling world.
Are you the Kraken on? Oh, there you are. I found you. Never mind.
Yeah, it's the KrakenWrestling.
On Twitter. I
Yep.
found you.
It's the Kraken Wrestle on Twitter because of lettering.
What is up, Zach? How are you doing? National Pizza Day. I had pizza yesterday, actually.
Had pizza for lunch. Didn't know it was
And
National Pizza Day. I'll tell you what, I think Zach. I've seen Zach come in and hang out with us on my side sometimes and talk about like national days of the week and stuff.
okay, got it all tweeted in my Discord. Oh, all right. Whenever you're ready.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome back to another episode of Turnbuckle Talk with myself, the Kraken, and of course, Josh. Today, we're going to be going over the AJ Lee return. We'll go over Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Dynamite. We'll hit on Collision just for a little bit because I think there was some big stuff from Collision. But as always, we're going to start with Josh. How was your day, man? How was your week been?
Been pretty okay, you know. Just today was kind of chill. I went to the record store. They had some good deals, 50-cent vinyls. I got a few of those and stuff, and just kind of chilled most of the day. Been a chill day today, honestly.
Got you some records.
Oh yeah.
What genre do you listen to when it comes to the record aspect, or does it
Oh,
matter?
I mean, it's
'Cause
just
I
my
know.
music taste. I mean, I listen to mainly rock, but I listen to everything. I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, so I already have two of her Man's Best Friend vinyls. I have a few of her vinyls. I have emails I can't send. I listen to everything, but I have like Between the Bare to Me Colors on vinyl. I have Ice Nine Kills, a live record on vinyl. I have Spice Girls on
It's a little bit of
vinyl.
everything.
I have some Brooks and Dunn. I even have some Chicano. I have Al Hurricane. I have Freddie Fender. Van Halen is one of my all-time favorite bands. I have a few of them. The Doors, Doja Cat. I love music in general. I'm a big music head, so
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, that's great taste in music for sure.
today I got
Um,
Bobby Vinton. If you guys know Bobby Vinton, he does the song "Roses Are Red." It's one of my favorite. It was on the record, and it was 50 cents. I was like, gotta get it. It's may not be the best record, but hell yeah, I love it.
oh yeah. So on the other side of this, wrestling news that we've
There's a
seen
lot.
going around. There's been a ton. So I guess we can start with what I feel is kind of. I guess we'll start from bottom to top. On the AEW side, Warlow, he's on the shelf again.
Yeah, so Wardlow, I guess. So it was reported from Fightful Select. Sean Ross Sapp said that they learned Wardlow sustained an injury almost immediately after returning from his year-plus absence. Sources in AW that they spoke to said the injury was feared to be a torn pectoral muscle, which would sideline him for quite some time. So those are the words from Fightful Select. If it is a torn pectoral, which I'm assuming at the time of that writing, this was posted on Tuesday or Monday. This was posted. I'm assuming at the time of this, it seems like they weren't 100% sure, but apparently the injury took place during his attack on Nana. which was
Oh
his
wow,
literal return.
wow, the multiple power bombs.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I mean, just came back. I mean, he was injured first off, and then he went and filmed Gladiators with Camille and The Miz,
Yeah,
and was off
American
doing that for a
Gladiators.
while.
Yep.
Yep, and now back and re-injured. I'm hoping they can keep him somehow after surgery, come back out, and maybe kind of like what Punk did with the brace and sling stuff.
I mean, it's harder for someone like Wardlow, whose character is always the muscle of like either a faction or just the guy who beats everyone up, you know? I felt like for his character that'd make it a lot harder to have him be on TV while injured.
Makes sense, yeah, because
I'm sure you could figure out something, but I don't know what that would
yeah,
be for him.
he would have to kind of take the spot of Lance Archer without getting
Yeah,
involved.
see, but Lance does get involved, so that's what makes it like. I guess he could just cause a distraction during the match as far as he can go, and then kind of, but he can't. I feel like he can't play into the "you can't touch me, I'm injured" thing because he's Wardlow. He's not like MJF or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why I'm like,
that
you'd
is
have to
true.
really figure out a good spot that would make sense for his character to do so.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it does make sense. Um, so on the other side, of course, with news, we know that rumor mill hit hard. I think yesterday it was. We know that WWE, or supposedly the rumors are that WWE is going to be going to Saudi for WrestleMania. My take on this, honestly, is I, I figured it would go to like a bigger venue. And maybe it's because I like the fan interaction we get when they go to like Paris.
Yeah.
We've seen it at Backlash. We've seen it at Clash of the Castle, Clash in Paris
Well,
this
they have big
past.
stadiums in
Uh,
Saudi, so they could
they do,
fit.
yeah.
They could do a WrestleMania in Saudi. I obviously this what's interesting about this is it's not fully confirmed, but it's like on the
No,
cusp. It feels like because it wasn't like the dirt sheets came out and said it wasn't like an SRS article that was the first one that said this is happening. I mean, they speculated on it and they've talked. There's been talks. I think they had SRS did have an article a couple months back saying that there's been talks of having like a WrestleMania type show in Saudi for whatever the article was. I think he's kind of tweeted about it today. But he this came out via a press release in Saudi and it didn't get sent to any English press. Like it just was all in Arabic, and it was sent out that way. But then it got like rescinded or retracted, whatever. They took it back. But then there was a Snapchat video which you could also find on Fightful of one of the, I guess I don't know who he is from Saudi, but he's one of the officials, I'm assuming. And he talks about WrestleMania. It's in Arabic as well. Talks about WrestleMania being in Saudi in 2027, which obviously is not next year because we're having it in Vegas. So I feel like even though it's not like been officially announced by the WWE at this point, it has to be happening, right? Like if you're having that being posted to Snapchat from like whoever that man was, and then the press release pushed out, then pulled back, it has to be a thing, right?
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like WWE has kind of pulled back twice now on a WrestleMania event and sent it elsewhere.
I mean, they did,
Um,
yeah, they did announce the New Orleans one for next year, and then they pulled it back, and it's Vegas all of a sudden. So I mean, you're not wrong.
yeah, and I mean, I know it may not hurt them overall, but looking at it as you build it up for the fan interaction and the fun. But yet again, we have always talked about wanting to see a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble or Survivor Series, that aspect in an overseas crowd. Now
Well,
they're
we're getting
doing it.
Rumble in Saudi next year,
Yeah,
so
so they're getting both of them
they're getting Rumble
technically.
and Wrestle. Well, we'll see. It still hasn't
WrestleMania the
been. I'm
following,
assuming
yeah,
it's gonna
if it
happen,
happens.
but it's not official. But with everything that's my whole thing is that we'll wait and see for this to become fully official. I'm not
Yep.
surprised, really. First and foremost, I'm just not surprised that this will be the first, if it's official. This would be the first WrestleMania outside of North America. I'm not shocked that it would be Saudi. Like I know it should. People could say it should have been London. It should have been Paris. It should have been whatever. You know. I mean, again, I'm waiting for the official announcement to say that, I guess. But at this point, I'm not surprised if that's what's going to happen. Be the first outside of North America WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a great show.
Hopefully.
I know the atmosphere will be great, but I mean, it's just I
Like
guess it
one
was just
little thing we could
odd.
talk about with the rumors is it came out. I don't remember if it was PW Insider or Fightful, but they said one of them said that expect them to. I don't know if this was just pure speculation on the dirt sheets or whatever. I forgot which one said this, but basically they're gonna throw everything at them. They're gonna try to pull everyone. Taker, Sean, everyone. They're gonna try to pull Austin. I'm not surprised by that, especially with rumors in the past coming out saying that they asked for Yokozuna and other people. Which is, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's just, it is comical, I think, because obviously they didn't know, but
Yeah.
it's like, dude, it's been since like 2000. Come on. But yeah, no, I don't know. Do they, if this does happen, let's just speculate real quick. Say in a world where it does happen and it's announced for 2027, do you think we'll see Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Taker in some way, shape, or form at this Mania, even if it's not a match?
Yes. Yes.
Just those three in general.
They'll make
The
they'll make an
Rock
appearance.
and whoever else they could try to pull in. Batista.
I don't think we won't see The Rock. I don't think he'll make an actual appearance, but
It's Saudi,
I
man.
could
I feel
most
like money would talk for Dwayne.
that's true. But like for Taker, kind of like what he done with Rhea, he'll show up at the top of the ramp, probably rev up the bike a couple times, but that'll be about it. Austin, I could probably see him taking the four wheeler around a couple laps, and Sean on the other side of that, because you got to think most of the faction DX runs WWE. Triple
Mhm.
H is on creative. Sean's over NXT. Road Dogg does, I think, some of the
He's
WWE ID
creative.
stuff.
He's
No, he's
creative.
SmackDown creative.
Yeah.
And then X Pac is, I think, WWE ID. So I mean, you could
I
get
didn't
like
know
a
that
little
about X
DX
Pac.
run.
I had no idea about X. Well, that's confusing to me. So does WWEID, do they get together and train under X Pac, or I thought they were just ID was just they worked under the Indies and like just with a WWEID contract. I didn't think there was like anything like that. Unless he's the producer of their matches.
I think that's what he was doing.
Like he helps them set the stage, like WWE, like because I always thought because GCW, the owner, has come out and said that he's never been told since working with WWE ID talent, like this person needs to win. I'm assuming they probably did for that was before the ID title, like they had that actual thing. But I'm assuming they did for the ID title because it's not up to GCW to book that, I would feel.
Yeah, now at least from what I read, he was helping with it. Yeah, him.
Interesting. I'm just curious in what way.
Someone else. I can't remember because
I'm not saying he's not. I just was really curious, like, what is he doing? Like, is he just producing their matches when they're having ID title matches, or like, because some of them will because half the time then some of them will show up on Evolve and stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm curious about that. I didn't even know about that. But
yeah, so just put it. Sorry, Sean Whiteman is coaching prospects in the WWE recently launched ID program via Zoom.
Interesting. Who reported that?
Pull it up.
That's interesting. Via Zoom is really interesting, actually. It might just be all like character stuff, but
yeah,
that's interesting. But yeah, I do think Saudi's gonna reach out to WWE to get as many top legends that they can that are live and stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So if that does happen, I think that's what happens. But we'll have to wait for an official announcement about Saudi and WrestleMania. But yeah, I don't know. Let's wait and see for that.
so that's Wrestle Talk that has that article.
Interesting. Okay. But on the other news that we haven't talked about AJ Lee's return. What was your what did you think of her return at SmackDown a week ago?
I liked it. The build was good. I think we all knew.
Yeah.
I think we were just all more excited because
I was still curious if they would
part.
actually pull the trigger on her. Like I knew she was coming back, but I didn't know if she would come back Friday.
Yeah. So I think we talked about it the previous week. There were other rumors going on that it could have been, and I like that. I think Punk kind of hinted toward those.
Yeah, he alluded to them. Yeah. I'll call Bailey or Becky.
Bailey, yeah.
Or not Becky, but Rhea.
And that's what I was talking about Friday. It was like it proves that they are watching what we talk about as well.
True, definitely. Well, I mean, it makes sense because they, he's had interactions with them and like on social media, Bailey like let it known how much he was so happy that Punk came back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it made sense to mention her. I feel like even in general, but yeah, it could have been. I mean, he always claims he's not on the internet, so Punk, not much at least.
Oh yeah. He's on there more than he wants to let people know. But I think it was done great. Chicago was a great spot for it. It was deafening, which I think was needed as well. Um, and then even her segment on Monday night was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
How
So
she how she
I loved the promo on Monday. I actually think that was probably the best thing from Raw was the segment with Becky and AJ and Seth.
yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, I agree.
So B-Boy can back really quick on he asked about the Saudi contract. When does that end with WWE? It's supposed to end next year, but or 2027, I'm sorry. But I wouldn't be surprised, or I thought there was like it was original. Yeah, I think they might have signed a new deal,
I think they did.
but I
I
don't
can look that up.
see. Yeah, it just says everything just says 2027 is when that contract's supposed to expire. Because I already looked it up. I'm not seeing anything different. So supposedly B-Boy and that's when that's going to be expiring, but I don't know for sure. Maybe if you're subscribed to Fightful Select, that might be a great question to ask Sean, because he'll answer that in that.
Oh yeah, he's great about that.
But yeah, AJ Lee. I had a great reaction to her. Of course, we both do reactions. Mine's on my social media. You could go find it on Twitter and Instagram. I think I still have it up on TikTok for the moment. And funny enough, I was wearing a freaking rhino onesie. It was like the animal. It was cold that day, so I just put it on, and I didn't think about it until like SmackDown was about to start. And I was like, I just realized I'm wearing a fucking rhino onesie because I'm cold. Oh well, too late. I'm wearing it. So I just kept it on. But yeah, no, I lost my shit. Like it was like you said, it was like expected at that point. It was like when Punk returned in AEW or debuted in AEW. It was like they didn't say it, but everything was implied that it was happening. So it was great. Pop was great. Chicago lost their shit. I loved seeing Punk just like how happy he was to see her. It was interesting. I found it interesting in storyline that they had AJ take the IC title. Like she held
It
on to it.
was, and that
And came out with it on Monday, which was cool too. But yeah, no. So I think we're eventually gonna get that AJ Lee respect you for the title after WrestlePalooza. I don't know when, but maybe Crown Jewel in Australia because that's I think the next PLE after WrestlePalooza. I think.
yeah, it's in Perth, right?
Yeah.
October 11th, I do believe, is when that is.
Sarah won't be going to that one. She'll be going to the house show that they're doing in Melbourne, which I think they just announced Punk is gonna be at. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's bummed though because she won't get to see Cena because he's gonna be probably at Crown Jewel, but not the house shows.
Yeah, I do not think he's
Perth
doing
is just
house
too
shows,
far. It's the other
unfortunately.
side of the country for her, so it's just too far. But yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm excited for AJ the mixed tag match. What do you I don't know, this WrestlePalooza. I'm glad. Oh, the other thing we didn't talk about really quick since I brought that up is WrestlePalooza is now no longer going head to head with All Out because All Out moved to 3 p.m. Eastern, just like All In was.
Yeah, I don't
So
know what's going on
Tony
with that. I
blinked.
mean, yeah, and I don't think he should have. I think he should have stood on it and went head to head.
But when we look at it statistically, if you look at someone like Brandon Thurston or Dave Meltzer, who's reported numbers from All In, that was at 3 p.m. Eastern. And that was one of their biggest ever pay-per-views, like when it came to buys and everything. I'm not saying All Out is going to be on the same level because All In was built up fucking really well for almost everything. Obviously, they had a lot of top-notch feuds, if not some of their biggest stories going ever in company history going up to that show. So that helped a lot, obviously. I don't know if Fletcher and Hangman could do that type of buys, but at the same time, I guarantee, and there's going to be people who will argue against this and say that people who watch WWE wouldn't have watched WrestlePalooza over All Out. They would have stuck with All Out if they're AEW watchers. I hate to say, as a fan of both, certain matches, if they were happening during other matches that I wasn't interested in on AEW, I would have paid way more attention to WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, I mean, we're back in the kind of the 2012, 2014 era with the match build-up that they have for WrestlePalooza. We got John and Brock.
Well, yeah,
We
with the
got
stars involved, yeah.
AJ. Yeah,
I was
all
like,
the
storyline
stars are
wise, it's
there.
not that bad right
Yeah,
now.
no.
Maybe getting there, but not that bad
But
yet.
all the stars are there, and
Yeah, star power
it's
wise, it's gonna be interesting.
I
Usos
understand why he done
reuniting,
it.
but like, so yeah, no, I get it too. I selfishly, for my personal reasons, I'm fucking glad that he moved it because I didn't want to have to sit there and miss things because I'm trying to react to both at the same time. Because even if I wasn't a content creator, I was gonna try to watch both. Maybe it would have been easier because I'm not trying to look at chat and trying to post reactions for everything. So this is gonna make that a lot easier because I do all that myself. But so selfishly, I'm happy. I'm assuming the main event will probably battle with the beginning of WrestlePalooza, which is at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I'm sure this will go into that just like All In did, because that's the 4-hour mark of the show when WrestlePalooza starts.
But
So
what do you have your main event as? Do you have it be
at this point, it has to be
Hangman?
Hangman and Fletcher, unless they're gonna announce something even crazier. I don't think the
But what
women's fatal 4-way will be unless they have some like return or debut plan for that.
are you gonna put Christian and Cope versus FTR? Because they're the main, like if you still look at it, Cope is still the main graphic.
Well, because it's in Toronto.
I know. And that's the first time they've tag teamed in what that promo last night said 14 years in Toronto.
And I love Edge and Christian or Cope and Christian, but like, and I'm not trying. And they're not even going for the tag titles here. This is just a normal tag match.
It is.
I understand the nostalgia, but I don't think that's what you should be promoting as your main event of All Out.
I agree, but I feel like that might be what Tony does.
I don't think it'd be the right
And
call.
with that drop,
If that's the
with that
match in the
drop
main
to
event,
you,
depending on whatever's opening up WrestlePalooza, if it's the intergender tag match, I'm gonna watch that over Cope and Christian versus FTR.
yep.
If it was Hangman and Fletcher, I'm gonna watch that for sure. At the same time as I'm watching, like it's hard. It's gonna be hard. Whatever it is, it's gonna be rough. Because WWE always starts off with a big match, and they have so many they could choose from here.
And this
I
is
mean,
the start of ESPN.
I'm
gotta start
shocked.
off strong.
If Roman wasn't filming this movie, we probably would have gotten Roman Braun on this bitch.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
So like they could have even. It's not happening because we know he's gonna be busy filming. But well, then again, Cody supposedly Triple H just said Cody's gonna be there. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
announced
At
out
the
of
end of the
Pat
day,
McAfee
I'm
show.
selfishly glad he blinked.
I understand. The only reason I'm not is not even on the content side of it, but I'm not gonna be able to watch it live. I have
Yeah,
stuff
that's
I have to
fair.
do
That's
that
fair.
afternoon.
Mm-hmm. I get it. People have to work or whatever else they have to do on Saturdays. Yeah, afternoon. Get it. It sucks, but I don't know. I mean, I feel you there, but I'm selfishly I win. But yeah. So let's get into these reviews, shall we? We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the weekly shows. Let's quickly glance over Collision because a lot happened, and I was telling you I thought it was the best Collision this year. That just happened last Saturday. So we had a one thing I want to talk about is they had Daniel Garcia. I forgot who he was facing, but he had Moxley in his ear it was at the start of
Yep.
Collision, I believe. Moxley just appeared and like got in his ear and said something, and Daniel went on to win his match. I'm trying to pull it up here because I don't remember who the fuck he faced.
That was the
Oh, it was no. Okay,
Dynamite.
the week, but yeah, I'm thinking of Dynamite. So Collision, he faced Moxley. I'm sorry,
Yep.
and he lost. It was a really fucking good match, though.
Oh yeah, it
Really
was
good
probably one of
match.
Moxley's most like what is not again for the title or one of Moxley's crazy like death matches. This was probably one of Moxley's most technical matches I've seen him in a while.
Another interesting thing, which makes sense after what happened on Dynamite, which I think it was the biggest thing that you could tell in this match, was at one point Daniel got tossed to the outside or was outside the ring, and Marina helped him up and then left him alone. Like she looked like she picked him up kind of like aggressively, like if she was gonna hit him with something, like a move, and then just left him there and backed away.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, where we know now on Dynamite, made sense. So, but good match. Moxley got the win. Tony Schiavone tried to talk to Garcia afterwards, but he immediately just said that every time he gets knocked down, he always gets back up. He said that he's always had great performances over the last 5 years, but he was dejected to say that they always weren't enough. And then he left the ringside. So, obviously, on Dynamite, he joined Death Riders. So we'll get to that because obviously can't really not say that yet. But that was a really great match. What did you think of it?
Yeah, like I said, it was probably the best technical match I had seen Moxley do in a while with Garcia. Yeah, but yet again, that's how Garcia wrestles. So I feel like it really pushed Moxley. And I think that was more of, and you see it on the outside of the ring after the match. Moxley was more of, okay, this is really going to be an asset to us if he does join. It's going to help the group in a way. Um, so I would, like I said, I enjoyed it. The only issue I had with it was they could have had him maybe shrug off Daddy Magic a little more because now, like you said, he's joining. He joined. We know about that on Wednesday. But what are we doing with Daddy Magic? Is he going to turn? Are they going to take him out?
I'm assuming I don't think he's going to be part of it. I think Daniel's just he's turned on Danny Magic. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, really good match. Excited to see where it goes. After that, Big Bill called out Eddie fucking Kingston, which was really interesting because he's been out with his broken leg for a year now. I'm assuming All Out is my guess. It'd have to be, right?
Maybe, but I think you could probably have because I don't think they're in the 2300 arena this Saturday, or they might be.
It's okay. So
I don't know.
Collision's being filmed tonight. It's their last day of the
Okay,
residency today, so they're filming it tonight for Saturday.
so I don't think he's going to show up on a taped event because that would be too big. So yeah, it would have to be at All Out.
Well, and
Big
we still
Bill
have
from
a few weeks. Like we'll still have another Dynamite and Collision till before then.
that.
So,
Yeah,
or two of
yeah.
them actually.
I
No,
think if
just
they
one.
want to do it, they could. They could build this like next Wednesday. But either way, I got it. Like when he mentioned it, I think I got a little more excited than what I think I should have about it, just because I was not expecting
No one was.
Eddie Kingston name drop at all.
And then Eddie Kingston posted an Instagram story of him watching South Park and eating ice cream
Yeah.
after Collision or like doing Collision. Fucking Eddie. After that, good tag match, FTR versus Dynamite Kid, Tommy Billington, and Adam Priest. So good, in fact, that they're running it back for Collision this week. That was a really great tag match. After that, Outrunners are going to be teaming with Dalton Castle against Shane Taylor Promotions. That was a little funny vignette. Moxley, then after that, declared that he's finally accepted Darby Allin's challenge for All Out, and it is a coffin match.
Now, here's my thing. Here's my only question. The last coffin match we seen was at All in 24.
But Jack
And that
Perry.
was Darby and Jack Perry.
Yeah, and it was like a really short match.
It
was like
was
6 minutes or something.
But what do you think there's a possibility, even though we just added Garcia, that we add Jack Perry to the other side with Darby? Or would he go with Moxley if they have him come back?
So this is where BTE comes back into play. So BTE a few weeks ago, there was one where they were like watching their match or whatever it was that I forget what match they were watching, like backstage or whatever, and they're like just stuffing their faces, the Bucks, and they got a call from Jack Perry and they declined it. So
Yeah,
possibly, because that is the last time we did see him.
Yeah, and he could
Been a year.
easily join. He could easily join.
Or no, did we see
Darby,
Jack after that? Anyways,
It might have
been a
been
while.
after that. I can't. But he could join Darby to go against Death Riders and the Young Bucks because they're working together. Young Bucks has kind of pushed him to the
Like
side.
he comes out and they think he's gonna be on their side, but then he goes against them. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
that would be a good pop.
I like that.
I would. That's how I would book it.
I would not hate that. I would totally be cool with that. But yeah, I'm excited for this coffin match. It's gonna be really good. So that, honestly, I'd rather that main event over Cope and Christian. But God, I hope that's not the main event of All Out, as much as it may be. So he accepted Darby's challenge for the coffin match, and then we had an all-star 8-woman tag with everyone banned from ringside. So it was Timeless Tony, Mina, Chris Statlander, and Harley versus Triangle of Madness and Megan Bayne. I actually don't remember much about this match, to be honest with you,
So
because so much happened.
the yeah, there was a ton going on. But
Oh
my
no,
whole
I do remember after though. I just
yeah,
remembered.
that's the biggest part of it. Like there was literally everyone was hitting the big moves. I think the match finished with Statlander and Harley Cameron doing their combo finisher that they've came up with, which
Yeah.
I think it's like a power bomb, a seated power bomb or something like that. I can't remember.
Anyways, yeah.
I know it's something, yeah. But they got the win. But then you have all the you have Jamie Hayter come out to help, and it
Yeah,
turned into
so
the oddest
it
creation.
led to Tekla and all them beating down everyone. And then
Yeah,
eventually it was Statlander and Jamie and who else was in there that helped out?
Jamie.
Oh, it was just no, that was it. Yeah, and then so
Okay, yeah.
they brawled away with Tekla, and then Jamie came out, helped out, and then that's when Tony announced, that she wants just to fight all four of them: Hater, Statlander, and Tekla.
Yeah,
I
which
feel like I'm leaving something
it
out
was
here, but oh, oh yeah, she goes, "Do you want to go nuts? Do you want to go nuts? Do you want to go nuts?" And then she challenged them all. It was pretty awesome.
yeah, it was, but it was just done so odd, like out of the blue, honestly. There was
I mean, at
which I
this
mean,
point, what is next for Tony though? Like, Tekla makes sense in a one-on-one because Tekla, they've been
mhm,
building her up pretty well. She's beating everyone. Mercedes. She's beating Athena. And everyone. Like, you can't think of anyone. But so Jamie would make sense to revisit because Jamie lost it because in story the social outcast beat her down. I mean, she was technically injured. That was a real thing, but
yep.
in story she beat her down. They all jumped her, and then Tony won.
Yeah, wasn't Tony was part of that group, right?
Which
Her
is
so
why Jamie was like hesitant and like to like whatever it was, like shake her hand or whatever the fuck it was. A lot of history, so I don't know. We'll see. This makes sense, but I still think Tony retains.
unfortunately, yes, she does. I don't know. I don't know who's like her and Mercedes are just unbeatable at this point for some reason.
Okay, so this was interesting because this happened while I was live reacting to this collision. So me and Sarah, she was in call with me. We were both watching it together while we were live. So there was an Ace Austin promo after this, right? Kind of giving us some detail on Ace Austin. And during this promo, I happened to say to Sarah in the chat, I could see him being affiliated with the Bang Bang Gang because he used to be Bullet Club. Because he kind of brought that up that he used to be Bullet Club, which was interesting to me. Or like the way he worded it made it sound like he's no longer Bullet Club. Well, he's in AW. And then I said that. And then not even a fucking split second later, we cut to Juice and fucking Colton or whoever, Austin, I always get them mixed up, immediately after. And we busted up laughing because I go, is this the foreshadowing? Because this promo was with the cardboard cutouts of Jay and Colton or whoever, and they get rid of them. They're saying that we need something different. They're contemplating what's next for them because they know they're going to be out for a while, those two. So does Ace Austin join Bang Bang Gang? Because I really think that's where they're going after I said that, and then that immediately followed.
I think he does. Because I feel like Juice is more of a solo in the group. Him and Jay White have been, even though they've all been trio champions together.
Yeah.
But I feel like Juice could, especially here recently, he's improved a lot since his injury. I
Yeah.
think. Um,
I think he's always been good.
and I think Ace Austin could join the other. I can't remember which one of the brothers it is. It's either. Hang on, let's see if it tells us. But either way, he could join.
I just felt that
The
very
Bang Bang Gang and
interesting
be the tag team.
that they followed up a former Bullet Club member who just signed to AEW's promo with the Bang Bang Gang promo. You know what I mean? Like
I
just
do.
like that was interesting to me. Like I just took kind of a guess there. Like I could just see it happening as well. I was just kind of stating that I could see them doing that. And then the promo following was them talking about needing to do something different and getting rid of those cutouts. So I was like, wow, did I literally just say that when they literally introduced that possibility? Like insane. At least if you go back and watch my I have the reactions of that up. Like it's one video of me seeing the ASOS and then you hear me say it and then you scroll the next video and it literally starts with me and Sarah laughing our asses off because it's the Bang Bang Gang. But then the promo goes into them what they're saying and we're like, holy shit, did I just call this? Pretty hysterical, honestly. But yeah, if that happens, dude, I'm gonna fucking be the first one to be like, I called it, I said it.
Spoke it into existence.
So collisions where Kyle Fletcher initially challenged Hangman Page to a match at All Out. He had a promo in the ring, which eventually got accepted on Wednesday with a pretty good promo as well. But we'll go ahead and talk about that during Dynamite. We had another package towel clone, similar to the one before. And I want us to look at what appeared to be a clone hologram with all black and in a red background. So got some more on that. I totally missed this promo. There was a Kyle O'Reilly promo. Oh, with the conglomerations and Roddy was not liking what was going on. So I wonder if they're already going to split the fucking Paragon then with Cole being out.
I don't think they're going to, but I think they're going to make it go into where it's like a decision-making aspect for Kyle O'Reilly, and he'll stay with the
So
Paragon.
you think we'll get a Hill, Roddy, and Kyle then?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm actually excited if that happens because then they'll be fucking the best tag team on the roster.
Oh, they will be, yeah. I mean,
if you kind of take them back to Undisputed Era days style of booking, then please. Yes. Please. Because they were fucking badass as a team. Well, it was mainly O'Reilly and Fish. And then, yeah. But still, O'Reilly and Strong are still great together, too.
Yeah.
It was O'Reilly and Fish, right?
Yeah, I think
that was Red Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so we'll see where that goes. Jerry Lynn offered advice to Bowens, who's seemingly on the verge of turning heel. Or, I don't know. I threw a dark horse out there on Saturday. I was like, what if they fucking put the Acclaim back together? But I kind of doubt it. And then the main event, Konosuke Takeshita defeated Mark Briscoe. And that's where we got MJF challenging Briscoe afterwards and coming up. We also had a stare down with MJF and Takeshita during this, too, which was interesting after the match. But yeah. Pretty good collision. Honestly, match-wise and everything, just the way they paced the show, I felt like the way everything paced and just felt super important in this collision. I call it one of the best collisions ever.
Yeah, it was a good collision. Looking back over it and reading, back through everything, it actually was better than what I thought, honestly.
It was amazing. It was one of the best collisions of the year.
I think for me, the only odd spot was how they made the fatal four-way for the women's match. But I mean, that still doesn't hurt the overall show. I just think that's the one spot that was like, why did we do this the way we did?
Right.
But either way, it was a great collision. I think, and I've said it before, and I'll stand on it, that ever since Rampage got discontinued, Collision has improved tremendously. And I don't care what the viewership says. I think the product has.
Definitely. Agree with everything. Yeah, it was a really good show. I actually thought, honestly, Collision was better than Dynamite, but I thought Dynamite was really good too. But yeah, let's go over to Raw. So Raw, obviously, we had the return of AJ Lee on Raw after returning on SmackDown. AJ Styles vs. El Grande, Usos made an appearance, and then we had Lyra vs. Raquel. That was everything announced before the show. Started with the Usos, who challenged Bronson and Braun to WrestlePalooza. So this will be the first time we see the Usos since, I believe, March of last year, I want to say, like in an actual tag match.
Something
like that.
Yeah, an actual tag match, yes.
Or like not like in that, not like in War Games or anything. Yeah, so that should be interesting. It was a pretty good opening promo. We had LA Knight get involved, which set up a match with Bronson Reed in the opening segment. It wasn't anything too crazy. We kind of figured, I figured at least, they were going to be bringing the Usos back together after what happened last week, or was it Monday, Friday? So when Jimmy saved him, I don't remember when that was. I think it was Friday. But yeah, okay, opening segment, which kind of set up issues with LA and Jay. What did you think of it? Opening segment.
It's not a bad segment. I like how they did bring the Usos back. I'm just hoping we get a different version, not a completely different version of the Usos that we got now, but I would like for them to come back to the old school Uso Penitentiary entrance just one time.
Oh, they will. I think they'll. For a second, I thought you were gonna say where they did the Haka dance entrance. I thought you were gonna say that one, but yeah, no, I think they'll definitely come out to the Uso Penitentiary theme and all that stuff instead of their singles themes and whatnot. They have to. No way they don't.
Yeah, because like just for one time, even if this is like for they're not a whole tag team again, just for WrestlePalooza to run that back.
So we got AJ Lee a little earlier than expected after that, but it wasn't the AJ Lee we expected. It was AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano, where eventually we saw another Americano character come out and try to help Ludwig's Americano, but Dragon Lee came out and foiled the other Americano, thus leading to Styles getting the win, which led to them shaking hands in the ring, Dragon Lee and Styles giving us AJ Lee. So
yes.
I love this. I love the memes immediately starting. My chat was like, hey, it's AJ Lee. But it was a pretty solid match, honestly. Not a bad match. AJ finally gets a win. It felt like he's always been losing, so.
He has been. I don't know why. And I think so I don't know if you did, but did you get to see the promo that was done by AJ Styles during the commercial break?
Yeah, total work.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but
I had people in my chat like literally like I was a little confused at why they like were so sure that it was a work. I'm like a commercial break promo is the work. They go, yeah, because not many people needed to see, not as many people. I was like, it's just America didn't see it. Like everyone saw it, but America. Like if it was like an interview or something like on a podcast, then yeah, maybe it was a shoot, but not on their own fucking show.
But my only question is, of course, like you said, it's a work, and I agree. But could they build off of that?
100%. It caused intrigue. I mean, in general, that made people intrigued. So, I didn't look too much into it when he first said it about like someone doesn't want me here, all that shit. I didn't think too much into it. I just thought of it as a thing that like he's always getting people involved in his matches. He's been losing a lot. That's why people just don't want him here. That's the kind of way I took it.
Yeah, makes sense. And I was surprised he name dropped Gallows and Anderson.
I think that's why people thought it was a work because they don't work there anymore. But it's like we're in an age where WWE doesn't have as many issues saying names of people that used to work in the company, especially if they were non-issued.
Yeah,
like they'll still say Edge here and there, even though he works in AEW. Like they have no issues. Like if it's something like dating back like with a title or like a story or something, they'll bring it up. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. So it's like wasn't too big of a deal for me. I just thought he was working.
That's true. I mean, I guess I looked at it differently because, of course, we know that he's like backstage. You can see the frustration. He kept losing this frustration there. The interruptions in the matches, like you stated, I felt that maybe a little bit of it might have been personal, but majority of it, like you said, was a work.
Oh yeah, it was obvious. If it was like again, if he said it on like a podcast or something, then yeah, I would have definitely been like that might be a shoot. But the fact that he said it on WWE TV, yeah, that was a work. After that, we what was this? Oh yeah, so we see EO's talking to Pierce. They say that Stephanie Vaquero was not able to travel to Raw, which was interesting because she was on NXT, which means she just lives in Florida. But curious how she was able to show up to NXT to set up a match, but not be at Raw on Monday. Was that baffling to you?
I don't know if she was like sick or what might have happened.
Yeah.
And that's my only question is was it medical related?
Supposedly something came out. I forgot from where, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, everyone who's listening right now. But supposedly she was dealing with some type of minor injury. But I think Corey Hayes on Twitter, who's somewhat of an insider, he's a friend of mine. Every time I call him an insider, he says shut up. Or he's not. But anyways, he is. I think he said that he's been told she's not dealing with an injury, but he's not also sure either. I don't know. Someone said that. I really don't remember who. So if I'm sourcing the wrong person, I'm apologizing. But there's someone said that apparently she was dealing with something minor, but she'd be good by WrestlePalooza. But then there's people saying she's not. So I don't. But it's like
She
you
has
set
to
up for a
be,
match for they set up a match for next week, which is also the same week of WrestlePalooza. So
unless she's just
she's gonna be
not going to
wrestling on
be.
she'll be wrestling next Tuesday, the 16th, and then next Saturday. So I have no
Yeah,
clue
she
why
would.
that would come out if she's gonna be wrestling next week.
I
Like,
don't know. It is odd, and if that's the case, then we know, she's not going to get the title, unfortunately.
I don't think she is injured because why would they put her in a match before her match? And obviously it's a 6-person tag, so she's not gonna have to worry about being in the match the whole time. But there's still always that risk of your person getting hurt. So if they were worried that she could aggravate an injury, I don't think they would put her in this 6-person tag.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's odd. It like like when her music hit on Tuesday, I was like, "How is she here but not here Monday? Like this doesn't make any sense."
Yeah, I don't get it. And then people saying that travel issues. I understand travel issues if there was like weather, but as far as I know, I didn't see like anything. Like you think it would affect more people than just the one person we haven't seen for weeks.
Unl- Unless she went home to Chile over the weekend or something
But then
and
how's
couldn't
she
get
back on
back in time.
Tuesday? That makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, I agree completely. It's odd.
I at the end of the day, whatever's happening, I hope she's not injured, and if it is, I hope it's something minor, like it supposedly rumored, speculated on. The travel thing, I don't understand unless there was some bad weather that just made wherever she was coming from. I don't fucking know. At the end of the day, it's just been a weird build for her and EO, basically non-existent.
Yeah, completely
And we're
non-existent.
only have one Raw left for it, so
I
really
feel like it
random.
should happen. I feel like this match should have happened at Clash.
Yeah, I really don't know why they pushed it to. I mean, I do know why they pushed it to WrestlePalooza. If I had to guess, it's because of they wanted to stack WrestlePalooza. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. It
But
is.
so anyway, so after that, we see Nikki Bella come up. She starts talking to EO. This leads to Kairi and Asuka coming up. And of course, them not wanting her to be friends with anyone but them, or at least Asuka. I think Kairi doesn't care. But Asuka's like the one that gets mad at anyone else trying to be friends with Nikki or with EO, Nikki or Rhea. So they have a little spat back and forth, which sets up a match between the two, Nikki and Asuka. And then my favorite thing, I don't know if it happened here, if it was after that match. I think it was after, but there's a part where she always calls Kairi. So like the last few weeks, she'll like walk away and Kairi like tries to talk to Io or whoever's there and tries to say something, but before she can, Asuka's like Kairi. But every week it gets more insane. So like it initially started up with her like it was before she started being mean. She's like Kairi-san, and it's like Kairi goes, and then like the next week it's like Kairi, and then the week after that's like Kairi, and then this past Monday it's like Kairi. And I could not stop laughing because it was not, you couldn't make out anything she said. It was just a yell. But you knew what she meant at the same time. And Kairi's just like, and just walks away. And it was the funniest fucking shit. I don't know if it was this part or the one after, but after their match. But dude, I could not stop laughing for like 2 minutes at how fucking insane that was.
I think the build with Asuka has been good, even though she hasn't really had a lot of matches to build it. But her backstage work,
Yeah, the backstage
and
segments have been fantastic.
yeah, and then Kyrie, she's so conflicted on what to do, and then like you said, it was like a very calm yell, and it's just gotten so
Like
much
for the
more
last
dramatic.
3-4 weeks, however long it's been. Like the first one, she's like, it was when I forgot when, but like the first one, someone made a compilation. I think I saw it on Twitter or Reddit of every single one, like the progression of it. And it's like the first one that's like they're all happy. I think it was when they first announced she was getting the title shot or something. And she's like, Heidi's on. Like, and then the second one, Heidi. And then it just keeps getting more intense every week. So I'm hoping on Monday next week it's just like like a death metal yell or something stupid, you know?
Absolutely insane. It'll probably happen.
Oh man, but I'm loving those backstage segments. So after that was Lyra versus Raquel. This was not a bad match by any means necessary. Nothing to stand out in it though either. Raquel definitely has improved in the ring for sure. But yeah, fine match between them. I don't know. Anything you have to say about this one?
I was kind of hoping Bailey would show up in a sense. Because we're getting, I think that's actually probably one of the next segments coming up. But we're getting the Bailey not knowing which side she wants. Does she want to be Hugger Bailey?
Yeah,
Does
those
she want
promos
to
have been
be
great.
Ding Dong Bailey? Um, I like the Ding Dong side of Bailey better when she was a heel. I think that was when she was
I didn't hate it,
tag
but I
champ.
thought I didn't care for it either.
I've always liked her heel work better than her face
It got
work.
better when her and Sasha became tag champs, and like they were like both
Yes.
holding like those, and then like I think one of them was like the women's champion at the time. I liked it then. I felt that the payoff was okay, but the initial build I hated.
Yeah, the payoff for sure was good because they also was that tag and women's champ. Bailey I think had the women's, but they were also tormenting Michael Cole. This was
Mm,
a pandemic era as well,
yeah.
so I
So we
think
got the
that
Bailey
really
promo a
helped.
little bit later on in the show, but it was really good as well. Um, but yeah, so this match was not bad. We didn't get Bailey during it.
No,
After that,
yeah,
though,
but
we
it was
had a back. What? Sorry,
no, the match was great. Not saying it wasn't. I
there's
just
nothing stood out though.
no, unfortunately, both had great. The match went well though.
Oh yeah, just
It
nothing really
was
crazy. After that, we had a promo with Rusev, or it was actually Penta. He was talking with shoot, I actually don't have who he was talking to. He was talking with someone initially. Oh, it was War Raiders, and the War Raiders said they had us back. And then he goes up to Pierce, or like Pierce is by, and he's like, why you know like Penta? So basically, Penta wanted a title opportunity for the IC title against Dom. Right as he said that, Rusev came up, wanted the same thing, so they got put into a one-on-one match for tonight, which was not bad. Happens later on. But I'm glad that we had that little backstage segment to set it up instead of like, you know what? We don't have a contender. Let's do a battle royal or a fucking tournament, or because I feel like they always do that. So I'm actually glad that we're kind of going based off wins right now. Because I feel like they don't do that as much anymore.
they don't.
After that, AJ Lee. So we did the AJ Lee segment halfway into the show, basically. It was really great. It was great. She got good time on the mic before they had Becky come out. She talked about stepping away, basically why she did, her mental health not being up to par. She got a therapy chant after talking about going to therapy, which I enjoyed because I've also done therapy and it's fucking helped me so much. Yeah, great segment overall. What did you think of her promo before Becky came out?
Oh, it was fantastic. It felt like the AJ we had beforehand, but I was glad that she actually opened up about stuff that happened to her
Mm-hmm.
while throughout the 10 years. And of course, I do believe she's a big advocate for mental health. Correct? I think she
Mm-hmm.
even wrote a book about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Might I don't know if that's what the book's on. It might
I
be.
don't know. I don't think I can't
It could
remember
be.
exactly, but of course, she got the therapy chants going, which was great. Um, she even got the crowd to at least one person in the crowd. She was talking about the bestseller, New York bestseller, or Times something like that
Oh,
for the books.
someone in the crowd said because she was like saying Becky keeps bringing up how like all ESPN says this about me, New York Times bestseller, and like someone
Yeah.
she brought that up about Becky, like oh she was in New York Times bestseller. She goes, but she's not the only one, and someone goes, you did it first, or something like that in the crowd,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
something like
And
that.
so just letting us in to what's happened to her life for the past 10 years, I think that really touched with a lot of people that's kind of went through the same things in a sense.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
said, the therapy part of it and stuff like that, and the mental health side of things. But it was fantastic
yeah,
that
really
that
good,
happened.
really good. It was great, and she, like you said, she asserted her personality. It felt like she never left. Like you just like the nostalgia kicked in. Like, oh my god, this is AJ Lee. This is her. Like the way she talks, the way she was saying things, her reacting to the crowd, just the way she like. You like, yep, this is AJ. Like this is her. This is why we loved her. You know. And
Yeah.
then of course Becky came out, and of course AJ. Did say she took the title we talked about earlier. She took the IC title, AJ on Monday because Becky, or on Friday because Becky left it in the ring, so AJ Tech kept it. And then she came out with it wearing it, and then Becky's like, "That's my title," and AJ's like, "Oops, I forgot I was wearing this," or something really funny. And so basically, Becky wanted her title back. AJ obviously was talking about she's here because of what Seth and Becky have been doing to her husband, um, and said that if you want it, you know, if you have all these accomplishments, you're the best wrestler in the world. She laid the title down and said, "Come and get it." And Becky didn't want to go get it. She said, but if you, or no, she told her, if you do come and get it, no, that shiner you have on that eye, I will do the same to the other eye. What she told her, because Becky had sunglasses on, took them off. She had a big old shiner. She's
Oh
like,
yeah, that's
she
kind of
basically did the Steve Urkel,
huge.
basically, without doing the Steve Urkel. Did I do that? I kind of hope I was kind of hoping she did the Steve Urkel, but she did it more in her way. But, so they, Becky didn't want to go in. She eventually calls Seth out because she didn't want to go and get her ass kicked from AJ. So she's like, well, he'll get it. So Seth came out and he tries to reason with her. AJ tells them the only way that you could get it without me hurting you, Becky, is if you accept an intergender match at WrestlePalooza, me and Punk versus you and your husband. And they trash talk each other back and forth, and Becky tries to hype herself up. Seth eventually comes out. He finally says, I'm just going to come in the ring, get the title, starts trying to talk. He gets in the ring, and AJ's doing like her like little like I don't even know what you call it. She like has her hands behind her back, and she's like on her little tiptoes, kind of like the old AJ Lee shit that she used to do. And I thought that was awesome, just because it's great to see that. And then eventually, I believe, did he get the title or did he not get the titles? I think she threw it. Eventually, AJ throws it because Punk comes out. Oh no, he goes to get the title, and he's in AJ's face, but Punk gets to him before he could pick up the title. Is what happens. And he tries to go to sleep, but Seth gets out of the ring. And then Becky finally agrees to the match, and then so they threw the title at her. It was a great segment. I mean, I probably skimmed over a few funny lines here and there, but yeah, great segment.
The one thing that stood out to me, and it was AJ Lee's style per se, and like Seth was explaining, I'm gonna come in there, you're gonna give me the title.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Oh
go our
yeah, I
ways."
remember that.
And she's like,
Yeah.
"Well, thanks for mansplaining it for me."
Yeah. That was 100%.
very-
That's so AJ Lee, dude. Like that's just something
Yeah.
she's a little quip right back without saying too much. I loved it.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think about her character that a lot of people forgot is how quick she is with the remarks that she can give back to people, which adds another layer to this.
Yes, she's good at getting under the skin with little things like that.
Yeah, and honestly, I was kind of hoping she was gonna repay the favor of what Becky done to Punk.
Yes,
To
slapping Seth. Yeah,
But I think we'll get that at
WrestlePalooza
WrestlePalooza.
for sure. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I definitely think that the slaps. I think someone in my chat might have brought that up too after the fact. Like, oh yeah, I thought she was gonna slap him like she did to Punk. I was like, oh wow, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
And what we may see as well, because remember the last mixed tag match that Seth and Becky was in was Baron Corbin and who was his tag team partner? It was
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans, yes. And of course, remember he hits end
Oh,
of
he didn't end the
days
days on Becky. That's right.
So I would like to see AJ do her finisher on Punk.
Have you seen the meme of when AJ returned on Friday and it's when Punk he's like I won't hit a lady but I have someone who will. Have you seen the meme of where instead of it AJ Lee it's Baron Corbin coming out?
I've seen that one and I've seen some other ones that I'm not gonna.
I don't know if I've
mention,
seen
but
the other
yeah.
ones. You're gonna have to tell me about those. But
Yeah,
I
it's
thought that
pretty
was
bad.
funny if it would have because obviously like you said he hit the end of days on her in the past. So
That would have been hilarious, but yeah.
yeah, no, that was probably my favorite part of Raw though. Just AJ brought the nostalgia, just because we hadn't seen her in so long, so all the nostalgia hit. It was seeing all her, her body language, the way she carries herself, the way she talks. It was all her, like she never left, she never missed a beat, bro. Kept where she left off. It's so crazy to think that she retired in her 20s.
Yeah, I can't believe it was 2015. Like
She was only like 28 or something.
yeah.
Like 27 or something. She was really young. Great segment. After that, we had some backstage segment with Jimmy. He went up to LA Knight, who was obviously having issues with Jay. But Jay was also trying to leave, and Jimmy basically was wanting to have LA back, but Jay was like, fuck that, and trying to leave. We kind of left it at that. We didn't know if he left or not, but building tension with Jay in LA with that segment.
I don't know about you, but I feel like Jay is kind of taking the role of Roman in a sense.
He acted
Even,
he acted just like him. Well, didn't Jimmy tell him you're acting like Roman?
He did, because I think even Jay said we're gonna smash him and we're gonna leave. He even done that same line
I didn't realize.
as Roman did.
I didn't realize actually. Yeah, he said right here. He said you're sounding just like Roman. Jay said maybe sounding like myself ain't working anymore, and that's when he walked away.
Yep.
So
People take him more serious. I guess that's the mindset because Roman gave him the pep talk before the Fatal 4-Way at Clash, and then Jay still came up empty-handed there.
Yep.
So maybe I have to listen to Roman and go this other route.
And Ale even says to Jimmy, I think but didn't he tell Jimmy that why would I want to trust Jay after at the Fatal 4-Way or whatever, or the tag match or whatever the fuck it was, the Fatal 4-Way. He super kicked me and didn't want to help
Yep.
with teaming up,
Mm-hmm.
And so
Don't
he
trust
has
anybody.
yeah, exactly. He has a point not to trust him. So after that was Penta Rusev, essentially both trying to get a number one contender or get a shot at the IC title, which Dominic Mysterio still has. And it was an okay match. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like terrible either, but Rusev won.
Yep. And that surprised me.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I really didn't think. Was there Yeah, the New Day. That's right. The New Day came out because they were having the petition. So okay, that's right. I remember now. So New Day came out. They have the petition to get what they still call the Mexican Destroyer. Just call it Destroyer. They were trying to get the Destroyer banned, or at least Penta's version of it, because it hurt Woods and he has his fucking neck brace on. And so they were there, and eventually they caused. I don't remember if they jumped on the apron or what the fuck they did, but they somehow caused some type of distraction. And that's what led to Penta losing and Rusev winning, which makes sense though with Rusev too, because Rusev, was always back on the day in on Up Up Down Down and shit. So we know there's the connection there with that and them. So
yeah, but my thing is, and my chat pointed it out. What was if Rusev lost? Now, what is our point in even having him beat Sheamus?
very fair point.
But I was shocked because I feel like Penta came into WWE red hot across all boards.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
big time. He was winning everything.
Yeah, and now we've kind of just
He's lost a bit lately.
Yeah, put him on the back burner.
I forgot
I know he's gonna be at
who.
AAA.
Yeah,
Him and
that's
Ray
right.
Phoenix maybe reconnect there, and that might
Maybe.
be what they're doing.
Maybe that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Penta right now. Like, I don't think he's being buried by the sense that I've seen a few people say that just because he's not winning. No, he's had competitive matches. He's being featured. He's being talked about being in the IC title scene. That's not being buried. So I don't know what they're going to do with him next, because obviously he's kind of been in the IC title picture since Mania. So, I mean, Dom's had it since then. That's when he won it. But I don't know. I really don't know what's next for Penta. But I did see people say that I forgot, it was on Twitter, that they think it's a mistake having Penta in this position after he came in red hot. They don't think they should cool him down like they've been.
Well, I mean, he can still lose, and he's still extremely over.
Yeah,
no
but
what.
the more he loses, the less the pops are gonna be. It adds up over time.
Until and that's, I guess so. But the pop for when he wins the big one, he finally
No,
gets
I
the
get
title.
that too, but I'm just saying if he keeps on this trajectory, you're gonna keep having people lose interest in him getting that points.
Yes, absolutely, I get with that. But I don't see the reward. Like, I guess what I'm trying, like with Jay, we had him lose, and then he got the IC. He finally got it. Then he lost it like not even, I think, 30 days later, and then we had him lose. He got back in the picture at Rumble, and then he lost a few more, and then we could see the reward. We just didn't know if they were going to do it at Mania. With Penta, it's kind of like, where is this going? We still, as a fan, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, where's the
Exactly.
other side of this at?
Exactly. We don't really know where it's leading to. So that's my point. Like him losing, so keep losing. If he keeps following this trajectory in the same state, like you're already on that path where you're just not going to be as interested once he does. Like unless they do it out of nowhere, but which they tend to. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But I'm fine with Rusev winning. I don't think they should just bring Rusev back. Like you said, like winning against Sheamus in that big match at Clash and then having him lose immediately to Penta would have been not the right move, actually. So, after that, we had that Bayley promo, which we kind of talked about. She said in it that she doesn't know how Lyra can forgive her, but she also said that she can't forgive herself. And then she said at the end of the vignette, "I'll make it right." How is she going to make it right?
That's the question on which side of Bayley we get. Because Hugger Bayley is going to be, over happy, apologetic, wanting to make the friend back. Ding Dong Bayley is going to be Yeah, basically. And so it all depends on who shows up on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, the vignettes have been very good at keeping it where we don't know which one's gonna happen. Like, I feel like it has to be the heel route, right? I know she was heel just a few years ago, but
I mean, Damage Control, yeah, they were heels. But when she came back, well, she didn't really leave, but when she got
well,
back on screen,
they turned on her, yeah,
yeah,
so she became a
yeah,
face.
yeah. So she became the face. She was the face on Raw. Even in leading up to WrestleMania with Lyra, she was a face. And then they had their match together where Lyra won the chance to re-challenge Becky.
Hmm.
She lost that. So now, and then the last promo we've actually seen her do at a show was, I wasn't at SummerSlam, or I wasn't, yeah, I'm not at SummerSlam. I wasn't at Mania. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know
Yeah, I
where
think
to
she's
go
gonna be
from
a
here.
heel. Has to be a heel.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be the Ding Dong character. I fucking hated that. Hated that
uh,
character.
I mean,
I preferred her more so when she became Damage Control heel. That was better
yes.
than the Ding Dong Hello heel, in my opinion.
And we may get a combination of both.
Mm. God, just keep it Damage Control heel. I'm good. So after that we had Asuka versus Nikki. Pretty one-sided, honestly. Like, Nikki had moments, but it was a very one-sided match for Asuka. Like, that was my takeaway from this match. Is it was just pure domination.
Of the people that came back, um, like I guess the legends that came back, I don't know why she's getting, I guess, the losing side right now. Because I mean, it doesn't help Oscar currently.
So
I know
I
she's
think
just
that
going.
I have a good way of explaining that. And I feel it was explained really well recently by wrestlers themselves who were defending Ronda Rousey having to face Alexa Bliss. So Rousey recently had a comment about Bliss and why she faced her at I forgot what show specifically. And she was surprised that they chose Bliss over so and so and so and so, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact quote. But basically she thought it should have been someone else and not Bliss on that. At the time, and I think Ronda brought it up herself. At the time, Bliss was one of the top selling merch movers in WWE. Like, not number one for the women. So JBL and everyone came to the defense about that. Like, she was the top merch seller. He goes, at any day of the week, if I came to WWE and they say, hey, you're gonna face the top merch seller, fuck yeah, I am. Fuck yeah, I am. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna fucking make it memorable and try to get it over so it can keep going.
Makes sense.
Because you're working with the top person who's the fans are most going after. So at the end of the day, I guarantee Nikki Bella has some of the top merch right now, and that's why she's being featured in matches more.
Yes, 100%. That does make sense now.
So that's my guess. At the end of the day, I don't think Nikki's as bad as a lot of people will say she is. Is she? I don't think that she's as good as the most of the modern wrestlers today. Like, I would like, and I hate to say that because I don't hate Nikki by any means necessary. But when it comes to in-ring work, everyone, in my opinion, is either just more interesting in the ring, or and it didn't help that at Clash, she had a stinker. That helped a lot of the people with the Nikki Bella can't wrestle case a lot. And I don't even want to say it was like the worst matches. It just had some noticeable botches.
Yeah, the kick off the middle rope, I think is what a lot of people talked about.
Yeah, so I mean, she hit it on this match against Asuka. That was one of her only offense. I remember I called it. I was like, "Hey, it connected." But yeah, no, this match was very one-sided with her and Asuka.
Yeah, and which Oscar didn't even win in a heel way.
No, she won clean.
Yeah, just
She
got her in
tapped
the
her out.
Oscar
I
lock.
literally said, I think like 2 minutes into this match, I go, Asuka, just put her in the Asuka lock. She'll tap immediately. What happened when she put her in the Asuka lock? It was like 3 seconds and then she tapped.
Tapped immediately. Mhm.
I'm liking, so I feel like they're probably going towards Asuka versus Io. I think Io, this is my predictions. We're about a week away. WrestlePalooza, I have Io beating Stephanie. I'm hoping it's a clean win because both their matches that they had previously got ended in DQs. So I'm hoping that it's a clean win. I'm fine with Stephanie losing here. So I think Io wins, and it's going to lead to, I think Asuka and is the one who helps her win. And then it leads to Asuka Io because Io hates that she helped her win.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're not gonna put it on Stephanie this soon,
Agreed.
as much as a lot of people
I
want to
said that
see it
about
happen.
Tiffany though, and then they did. So
So I could see Oscar costing Stephanie, and like you said, that being that following Monday, we get the backstage interaction where she didn't need help. It makes sense, but I want this match to be clean. I do not want any interference.
I think they will. They don't want to have Stephanie lose clean.
I mean, that
That's how she
does.
lost the NXT Women's title. She had the whole big influence
Yeah,
helped
that's
JC
true.
win. So,
So I guess, yeah, we'll see, but that does make sense.
um, yeah, that would make the most sense. I feel like, especially with the Asuka story they're telling. After that, we had LA Knight, Bronson Reed. Um, obviously we're ending with the Vision here. It was the same old shit to close Raw. Bronson wins with the help of Breaker.
Yep.
Over LA Knight leads to Jimmy coming out, which we knew he wanted to help LA because he talked to him earlier. But then it actually led to Jay coming out and helping as well because they were still getting beat down by both guys. They eventually backed off Breaker and Bronson. Jay told LA we're even or whatever it was. Or no, LA told Jay we're even because I think LA saved Jay at one point during this beatdown or something like that.
Yes.
And so Jay was in the corner. Jimmy and LA were hugging or like dapping each other up. And then Jay speared LA Knight.
Which adds
So
the aspect.
is he fully turning?
I think so. I don't think it's gonna happen at WrestlePalooza unless they lose. If you
Yeah,
have Jimmy and Jay lose, Jay will turn on Jimmy.
I agree. And I think they should lose. I hate to say that because we've both said at the last two shows, SummerSlam and Clash in Paris, that we needed the Visions, Braun and Bronson, to get their wins. They didn't at either of those shows. They lost in either the singles match or the tag match at both of those shows.
Yep,
This needs to be where they get that clean win.
has to.
It has to be at this point. Otherwise, they just look like shitty ass heels that can't get the job done without cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
also
that's
wouldn't be
going
surprised if it's a
not gonna
gimmick
go.
match, like a tables or TLC or something.
So far, it's not, but it could get put that way.
I definitely think it might. I do think Jay turns. I think they lose and then he turns at WrestlePalooza. Really see that happening at Palooza. I think they're gonna want to have a lot of big angles on top of big matches. So like
Yeah,
after
like
seeing
I
this
said.
match, I could see something big happening at
Oh
WrestlePalooza.
yeah, his next opponent show up because his next show is Perth.
And he's not scheduled for a
Crown
Raw or
Jewel.
SmackDown in between then, so
He's not. So that would be the only way you build it.
good Raw overall though.
Cool.
So I thought it was a solid Raw, not bad. The AJ Lee segment was the best. That was the highlight of the show for sure. That's why I was surprised they didn't end with that. The main event, it was the same old shit. So for the most part,
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at it at a whole on a letter grade, I'd probably give this like a C.
I give it a
So
B. NXT. So I had internet issues, so I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say besides a lot of the returns and stuff. I was
okay.
having really bad internet issues on Tuesday. But what was scheduled for the show was the tag titles: Dark State versus Hank and Tank, Fatal Influence versus Sol Ruka and Zarya versus the Calling for number one contenders for the women's tag title, Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights in a flag match, Josh Briggs versus Javon Evans, and Laney Reed versus Fabi Apache, which was a speed tournament matchup. Started with Javon and Josh. Javon wanted to start the show. Javon came out, started brawling. So I did see this. But during the match is when my internet really started dropping.
Now, yeah, so the match all around was fantastic. Javon is constantly putting on great matches, in my opinion. And Briggs as a heel, for in my opinion, I like better than he was a face, like he was with Inamore. Um, so, but the PC crowd in this match was absolutely insane. I don't know how much of that you heard, because of course I know you said you was having
I just
issues.
remember the chant, Briggs, the door. Briggs, the
Yeah,
door. I just remember that chant.
yeah. So there was several different chants that I can't even remember all of them that they were trying to do. But Briggs the door was a big one.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, Javon hits the big spot off of the dive,
Yeah.
hits Briggs. They fall over the announce table. But of course, the big ending of this was that Briggs hit him in the back of the head with a
With
steel
his
chain.
chain around his neck. Yeah, he like broke
Yeah,
the chain on his neck or whatever, pulled it off, and then the ref was like, did he like do a thing where he's like holding the ref or something happened with the ref, and so he could distract him to use the chain. I don't remember
yeah. I
what
think there might have been a
specifically.
chair involved.
Yeah, like a chair in the ring, and then the ref was getting rid of the chair, so that's when Javon went for the springboard cutter, and then took the chain off, broke it
Yep.
off or whatever, and wrapped it around his fist and clocked him in the back of the head and won the match. I was surprised Briggs won. I was very surprised Briggs got the win over here. I mean, he cheated, but I was still surprised.
Yeah, they are building Briggs. And even the following week, he came out and done like the tease for the Undertaker. So I think he's getting a push somewhere.
Oh, definitely. Big time. Um, so after that, when we came back from commercial break, DIY was in the ring. During this segment, Trick Williams came out and interrupted them. I don't know the full thing, but I do know Carmelo Hayes joined at one point during this segment.
Yeah. So basically, Trick was talking to DIY, talking about how they got the upper hand last time because of the 2-on-1 attack. And so Trick brought out his backup, which I was not expecting. I really like even said it while it was happening. I said, "Here comes High Rise." I thought we was gonna see
Oh, so
Wesley
Trick
and
brought out Mello. Like he's like, I have someone or
yeah,
something?
yes.
What?
He said,
Okay.
"I have backup," and so that's when Mello came out. Um,
Weird.
but Mello, at the start of the promo, he really was not with Trick per se.
Yeah,
He
I saw
told
the
him to
line where he
not,
told him he's been squatting in the house that him and DIY built. He's like,
yeah,
he's like, OGs are talking here or something. He told Trick at one point. I saw that.
yeah. And then that's when DIY and Carmelo got it. I kind of got into an altercation back and forth with words because of the history they have on SmackDown right now,
Yeah.
and it was a good build for DIY, but
It's weird. They
I
seem like
was
faces here though when they're heels on
yeah
SmackDown.
that's the only thing that's got me confused is they are heels on SmackDown, but you switch and now you're a face just for NXT.
I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to be when they're returning, but
Yep.
I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. So apparently the match was they challenged him to No Mercy, but they started brawling before the answer could be answered. So it's not for Homecoming. I thought it was gonna be for Homecoming next week,
Is
but
it not for Homecoming?
on here it says DIY then challenged Trick and Mello to a tag match at No Mercy, but the segment ended before an answer could be given.
Oh, I thought this one got official
Unless it
for.
did. I'll look it up real quick. Homecoming NXT.
Because I know NXT Homecoming is stacked overall.
So yeah, we have the women's 6-woman tag. Oh, it is gonna be at Homecoming. Okay, so maybe the person who wrote this wrote it wrong. Okay, so that is Homecoming. So you were right. After that, the speed match, Laney Reed, Fabi Apache. I didn't see it. You have anything on this?
Then it's not a bad. I don't know. The match wasn't bad. I just don't like the 3-minute aspect, I guess. Because in my opinion, I've never seen Fabi Apache until this match. I
Mm,
didn't watch the last AAA event, World Collide, all the way through. I did watch parts of it. I don't know if she was there,
yeah.
but I was really impressed with her. My one thing that I do remember the most though was Natalia
Oh, that's right. I did see
sitting
that. I did see that.
she's sitting in the fans, and Natalia and
She's not even in
obviously
the
I guess
speed tournament, is she?
no, but she's got a match with Abby Apache or
Oh,
Fabi
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Apache,
Yeah, that's right. It's on Friday. I forgot about that.
and Fabi wants. I think she wants. How does she word it? She wants Natty to show up, not Natalia. She wants the
Oh, she wants
more
the
aggressive
indie
side.
version or whatever you call it.
Yeah. So this match kind of was just a build for them
Yeah, I know
because
Fabi
that's
lost
how.
though, because I know Laney
Yeah,
advanced.
yeah. She
Interesting.
lost due to Natalia was like walking down to right there at the barricade area, kind
Ah,
of
distracted
distracted her when
her.
she went to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not really interested in that match, but hopefully it's good. Uh, Dark State versus Hank and Tank. This is two teams. I will say, after Hank and Tank won the titles, I know they've already lost them, but I did start to like them a bit more. These are two teams, though, that I'll say that I don't have much interest in. So I didn't see this match as well because my internet was really bad at this point, and I think it was just fully down. But Dark State retain over Hank and Tank. I didn't see anything in this match. Oh no, I did see a clip about Joe Henry or something.
Yeah. So, which Cutler? The ref got distracted with what was going on in the ring, and Cutler had, I think it was Hank on the outside, and the camera zooms in and is like, "He's you ain't got no help this time. Joe Henry's not here to save you." And of course, as soon as he said his name, he busts through the NXT wall, standing there with his huge ass smile, and it's just,
That's so
it's like
stupid, but so
it's like
amazing.
a meme now. Like
I
he's
think he
gonna
did
show
this
up
in
again.
TNA too before he fully started doing the NXT stuff, though. I think he did the same shit
Yeah,
where
he
they just say
did.
his name and he'd randomly appear. But dude, that's the fact that he broke through that, like whatever it is, like where they have like the little high rise thing where people stand on or whatever
Yeah.
it is. The fact that he broke through the wall of that is hysterical because they break to
Yes.
that wall like once a month. I feel like, but
Yeah. They redo it, but he also cost them the match as well.
oh, that's not good. Okay, I didn't know that.
It was an accidental costing, but it did. That is
Oh,
what
okay.
happened.
Yeah, so I guess I see that here. It says Joe Henry burst through the wall and chased Cutler.
Yeah,
During the distraction, it made Hank and Tank end up losing via roll up.
yeah, because the ref got distracted. Yeah,
That's kind of shitty. Okay. And then there was a video package with Blake Monroe afterwards. I saw something about saying something about like devil or something. I only saw like the ending after this point is the only thing I saw after all like,
yeah.
items dropped.
So like, it kind of starts with Blake having her normal setting, and it's odd. It's the bathroom setting, which she's sitting in the tub, bubbles, and all that stuff. And throughout it, you can start seeing the glimpses of the attack last week. What she got I think she got like a busted nose. She was bleeding some aspect. And made a reminder that she does have like a dark side.
Yeah.
But she wanted to be this different version of herself in NXT. So basically, it led into her saying that she even makes the devil blush.
That's
And
right.
then
I saw
the
that.
the lights go red, and then and then it pans into where it's like this glass room setting, and she's standing on the other side, and she kind of does like a jump scare at the camera. So I don't know what they're building with her
Well, it's her with
as
Jordan, isn't
a
it? Still or no?
yeah, it is her and Jordan, but it's I guess she's gonna be the true heel this time.
I'm hoping it's gonna lead to like a street fight or something that she could get super violent in, like she did in AEW.
Yeah, but the only issue is she can have that violent side. We've seen that,
Yeah.
but it's only gonna go so far in WWE.
Well, I know, and I'm fine with that. I always know what the limits WWE are gonna set. I just still would like to see it because I thought she flourished in that role.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so after that we had a flag match, Tavion Heights and Ethan Page. The only thing I know about this is what happened after the match. I really don't know anything about the match. I don't even know who
Okay.
won the match actually.
This was I apologize.
Well, so
The
if you don't know what a flag match is, real quick,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
flag. It's essentially we meme about stuff on a pole because there used to be all kinds of like something on a pole match back in the day. This was literally that. It's just a flag hangs off of one of the turnbuckles. Like you are two of them. You have one American, one Canadian. You have to claim your flag to win. That's all this is. Apparently, I'm actually seeing this now. Tavion Heights got the win. I didn't expect that. I didn't see the match either, so. I just see it says the match. Any kind of match we have to retrieve on the pole is to feel significantly different from a normal bout. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's really not much review on the match itself. Just saying Heights was able to claim the flag and win the match, but sadly for him, the North American Championship was not on the line. So what was interesting about this after that is Tyler Breeze came out, and
Yes.
he was the old gimmick, the selfie stick, the fur, and he went in the ring. Ethan Page is down. I don't know if he was down from the match or a beatdown or whatever happened, but Page is down, and Tyler Breeze does the selfie with him and everything. That's setting up for a match at Homecoming for the title.
Yeah.
Again, I
So
didn't see this, but it sounds very confusing that Tavion won the flagpole match and a non-title match or the flag match, but then we're getting Tyler Breeze who returned out of nowhere and is facing Ethan next week. I don't understand.
yeah, it's another one of those odd moments where We don't know exactly why he returned, and I don't know why he's getting a title shot. I just
I mean, just 'cause he attacked the champ. Oh, he didn't even attack the champion. He just took
he
a
didn't
selfie with
attack him.
him.
He just
Just took
he
a
just showed
selfie.
up, done the whole selfie gimmick, and there we go. That
Yeah,
was it.
I don't get it. I didn't watch. Maybe if I go back and watch it, I'll have more context behind it. But I really don't know.
Maybe.
And I did
Oh,
see the clip of him showing up. He came through the crowd. Like he didn't come through the Titantron or anything on the stage. And the pop was like almost not there, which is kind of
it
sad.
was non-existent at all.
It was kind of sad because
Unfortunately.
Beast is awesome, or was awesome.
Yeah,
But
he was.
I just don't
And I
understand
think
the thought process behind this. Besides,
I
the
don't.
only thing I can think of is they're like, it's homecoming. We're gonna be back in full sail. Just bring back as many people from OG NXT as we can. But Tyler, and I don't even hate Tyler Breeze or anything. I actually loved Tyler Breeze back in the day. But like, this felt so random.
Yeah, it
I didn't
was.
care
It
for
most
it.
definitely was.
I'll go back and check out the clip, maybe like the match, and see if there's more context behind it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Apparently, Miles Barn attacked Lexus King right before that match too with a chair backstage. I didn't see that either.
Yeah, the lights went out. It was like a Randy Orton moment where he attacked all the legends. I think that was during the pandemic.
Oh, interesting. So he's really being Randy Orton then.
Yeah, yeah. It was
uh,
different.
and then is this the main event? Yes. So the main event was the triple threat Coling, Fatal Influence, and Zaruka match. Winners get a shot at the women's tag titles. So for the Fatal Influence, it was Fallon and Jasmine, of course, versus everyone. At the end, it looked like the Coling got the win. I did see that, but I feel like I was at this point I was just like not paying attention because my internet had finally came back up, but I was like in a Discord call with Sarah. So I didn't see. I just know I saw JC get on the mic and just start berating Fallon and JC, and that's
Yes.
when everything went down from there.
Yeah. So I think they're the ones that eliminated.
Oh, it was elimination. That's right.
Zaruka. Yeah.
right.
So it wasn't an elimination when they booked it last Tuesday, or when they built it up all night long.
No, they said it was
And
elimination last Tuesday. I remember.
Did they? Because I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
They announced it
I
as
was
being
shocked.
elimination. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Fallon Henley, yeah, like shoved Soruka out of the ring. Nyx covered Zarya after Soruka hit the Soul Snatcher on accident.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember that now.
So they didn't really drop the ball, but yet again they didn't win because
So they
Izzy
eliminated
and
Soul and Zara, but they got eliminated by Coling. Okay.
yeah, the culling.
Interesting. But obviously after that it led to them getting berated by JC, and then out came Stephanie Vaquer first. And she said that
Yes,
you beat me
which
for my title, yada yada yada. And then it led to like she basically wanted to get revenge because the Fatal Influence is the one who cost her. You know, all of them jumped her during the match essentially. So out
yes.
came Tiffany, the women's champion, and then JC. I forgot exactly what JC said, but then Tiffany's like, "Oh, mommy's not gonna like that. You said that." And then out came Maria.
Yeah.
And then
God,
they
what'd she
challenged them for
say?
homecoming next week.
It was a smart remark.
Yeah, she said something.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
remember what.
Yeah, she said this is like when the graduates come back to high
Yeah.
school to be super seniors.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What do you? We talked about it earlier. Stephanie, like, it's so weird that she wasn't on Raw, but like at the end of the day, I mean, she's still gonna be competing at WrestlePalooza, so it's not like she's not competing on there and doing this show instead. It's just been weird.
It has been odd, extremely odd. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
It's such a weird team. And it's funny because people like in the past had made like someone made a meme of the Powerpuff Girls, but they were literally those three women, Tiffany, Rhea, and Stephanie. And it was before this was like months. This was months ago that meme was made. And now it's like literally it was like, oh, WWE saw the meme and brought it to life in NXT. Like
Yeah, they did. And I've even seen a picture now on like Twitter myself where the Powderpuff Girls and the reflection is
them three, yeah.
Stephanie. Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't have so full thoughts on NXT, but interesting that they're stacking the homecoming episode like this next Tuesday. I get it, Full Sail. That's where they did it forever before COVID, and then they moved everything to the PC. I don't know. I feel a little indifferent on like everyone competing on this show. Like,
Yeah,
so
I do too.
random.
It is odd for sure.
I get it
There's been a
though.
lot added to it though.
But what did you think of NXT as a whole? Was it a good show?
It was. I gave it like on my opinion, I gave it like a B. Because and then the surprises really helped.
Definitely. So from there we had Dynamite last night, and it was a solid show. We had a lot happen in it for sure. We started with Hangman and Josh Alexander. Really good match. Really good match. I think I have the wrong Dynamite pulled up here though, even though I'm saying the right stuff. I do.
Yeah, it was Josh Alexander. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to pull up the right date. 9/10. I have the wrong date pulled up here, y'all. There we go. All right, so we started with the grudge match, which I'm curious why they called this a grudge match, y'all, because this was just Hangman and Josh, and it was a great match. Don't get me wrong. But there was like, and obviously he's attacking them because after what they did to Kenny, last Wednesday, not attacking him, but having this grudge match. But there was like no weapons involved, so I found it funny that they advertised this as a grudge match. Great match though. Hangman eventually gets the win. Don Callis family did try to help. Hangman was able to outwit them all and pull off the dub and get the win. What made me laugh though is, so obviously Callis was on commentary during this match, and him and Brian had some funny clips back and forth on commentary because Callis joined them. But Don, obviously Josh lost. Don tried to get involved in the match, didn't work. But after the match is when we saw Kyle Fletcher come out, who challenged Hangman on Saturday. But Callis came out with Fletcher like if he wasn't out there before, and it cracked me the fuck up to see Don, who was already there, come out with Kyle immediately after a match where he was already doing commentary out there for. I could not stop laughing at that.
I don't understand the Don Callis thing. Like, I understand like what's going on, but like, why don't just stay at the top of the entrance or just do like you've done before and wave him out there?
I cracked up.
Like,
I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was hilarious that he was out there doing commentary, tried to get involved, and then just went to the back and then came right back out with Kyle Fletcher. Like that was just so comical to me. But pretty good match between Josh and Hangman. You know, obviously had the typical Callis interference. Hangman was able to take care of them and get the win. Led to the interaction with him and Fletcher. Pretty good promo back and forth here. Kyle Fletcher says that he's ready now. Hangman said that I see myself in you, but the one who was standing across from Jericho, who thought he was ready for the title opportunity, who lost, that's who I see in you. And Kyle said, no, it's not me. I'm ready now. Yada, yada, yada. Eventually, Hangman said, you'll get your title match all out, but the Callis family has to stay in the back. So none of the Callis family are allowed ringside. And eventually, Kyle basically agrees and says that he's not going to need them to do it. That he's world champion material now. Pretty good back and forth, but I don't know if I feel Hangman and Kyle as the main event. I don't know if it will be. I don't know if I feel like that's an all-out main event.
It's not unless you have this absolutely ridiculous situation where MJF cashes in that contract. He has to let him know a week in advance.
He does.
So we could find.
Does that make it a triple threat?
Maybe, but I know he's got the match with Briscoe, but he could still say, "Hey, just so you know, after I get rid of Briscoe, I'm cashing in my contract." It doesn't have to be a triple threat. He can do it after the match.
I guess. I mean,
the
only step that we know of now is that you just have to put it a week in advance, which is I still don't understand fully, but I do, but I just don't understand how they're gonna make that. I just don't think that would work for All Out. Like that's why I don't think it works. Like you said, he has his match with Briscoe. He's already defending against Fletcher. then he's gonna go put himself, and that doesn't feel like MJF to me. Like he's gonna put himself in 2 matches in the same night.
It doesn't, but it would work. Well, I think that's the only way you can make it the main event.
I guess so. I don't
'Cause if
know. We'll see
not-
what they put the main event as, but
If not, like we talked about earlier, you're gonna get good old CNC versus FTR.
that's not gonna be the main event. If anything, it should be the women's. But that would make sense. I get why they would put that as the main event. I just don't see it as the main event of All Out. I feel like something epic would have to happen during that.
During the tag match.
I feel like they couldn't just end that one with just the reunion of Christian and Edge. I feel like they'd have to have an angle of some sort.
Future title shot, but do you want Cope and Christian challenging for the titles? They're not gonna beat Bandito or Bodito.
I still feel, and I know we have to wait for everything to play out. I still feel like they might have booked themselves in a corner by having Brodito win those titles instead of FTR. If this was a tag title match, then yes, put this as the all-out title because that's fine with me. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
But now now this match is going to be bigger than whatever Brodito's in at All Out.
Well, see, Bodito's not in the match yet, but like we'll talk about later, they kind of did set that up.
They did, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's hard to have Brodito defend, and then you have Christian and Cope versus FTR being the more important story. You know what I mean?
I do.
I almost feel like they kind of you'd have to. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to do something big in that Cope Christian match besides it just being a nostalgic thing. I know they're in Toronto. I get it all. I just don't think it feels main event, even in their own country.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. It's a Wednesday night match. Is how they got it built so far.
No, it's a pay-per-view match. I just don't think it's a main event pay-per-view match.
I mean, they've gotten good build, I guess, but I don't see this getting past like the second, third match. It shouldn't. But I feel like
again,
Tony,
unless there's some type of angle involved, then I don't know. But we'll see. Oh yeah. Also during that, I forgot to bring this up. During that Fletcher Cowboy segment, the crowd the last few weeks in the 23 arena has been bringing up that where's his socks? He hasn't been wearing socks. They've been doing like socks chants. And Cowboy brought that up by saying, basically saying at the end of his promo, like, you're not ready and you're still not wearing socks or something like that. Yeah. It was stupid, but it was hilarious.
You could see it was kind of getting to Fletcher last night a little bit. But I mean, I guess I assume that is a style with the outfits he's been wearing. And I don't know. But I mean, they're running on the where's your socks right now.
So after the no sock man left, we had Mercedes Moné and Emi Sakura versus Riho and Alex Windsor. It was an okay tag match. Nothing too crazy in it. Nope. It felt kind of quick, honestly. But yeah, not a bad match. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about that match, honestly. We could kind of skim over that.
They had Mercedes tap, but even though she wasn't,
she was like in the ropes or whatever while Emi was getting tapped out by Riho. Yeah, but I don't think she loses to Alex at All Out.
I don't think she's going up against Alex. She's going up against Riho.
My bad. I meant Riho. They're definitely building to her and Alex, though. After that, we had FTR come out with Stokes. Stokes said that everyone tells him the same thing every week, that he gets no hose. He said, but he looks around the arena and everyone looks like extras to Roseanne. So at the end of the day, nobody in that arena is getting any hose. Or something like that. It was really funny. They just talked mad shit while the crowd chanted toward them. Eventually, they stop cutting their promo. They go to the back, or they start going to the back. They start yelling at fans. Eventually, they get into one with one on the aisle, back and forth. And then the cameraman gets really close. Eventually, Dax and Cash start attacking the cameraman and the cable runner, which was crazy. Hopefully they planned it beforehand because there was a lawsuit like that already for them. They attacked
Yep.
someone who wasn't told they were going to get attacked, who was doing shit like that. So hopefully that was worked out prior. Um, I mean, the guys sold it, so I'm assuming it was.
Oh yeah, he told it great. But
So that was an interesting segment. Obviously, they talked mad shit on Christian and Cope before their match to hype it up. But yeah, I just think that little segment.
I thought it was good. FTR continues to get better as heels, and they've been, I guess, faces and heels. They get over either way, but this run as heels, I think, has probably been their best.
So also during the show, I forgot before we there was a backstage segment with Ricochet and Gates of Agony where he said that he was going to leave them backstage, and if he does that, Shelton he wants him to do the same with the Hurt Syndicate. So we come back after this FTR segment to Shelton and MVP and Bobby, and MVP is about to talk, but Shelton says he's got this one. Tells them, hey, I don't need you guys, or I'm going to leave you guys back here. I forget exactly the words. He just tells them, I'm going to do this without you guys. They say, all right, and there you go. And that's what's going to happen then. So Shelton goes out there. And of course, the match was very good. It was actually really fucking good. Shelton showing that even though he's in his, 40s, he could still fucking go crazy. They also had, the crowd was great during this. So, because it was a bald ref, both men are bald. At one point, I think it was Ricochet or Shelton that went up to one of them went up to Taz and they like dapped him up, which is funny. And then Brian's like, "Is there a bald? There's something with balds going on or something like that." It was funny. Is something with the bald guys? And then Taz is like, "No," he kind of like chuckles or something. But the crowd at one point, I think it was during commercial. So the people on Triller I saw on Twitter, there was like Ricochet was stomping on Shelton in the corner, and the crowd turned the Eagles chant into a Baldy chant. Baldie, Baldy. It was really great, and Ricochet fucking lost his mind over it, like got all mad and shit. But yeah, really good match here. But at the end, Gates of Agony came out, made Shelton lose, which led to MVP and Bobby coming out. They all started brawling, and they have their 6-man tag set up for All Out already. So I was just kind of building up to that, but really fucking good match.
Oh yeah, and I thought, I know it's crazy, but early on, like Shelton, within like the first 5 minutes of the match before the commercial, he looked like he was gonna win. Like he hit him with the big knee in the corner, and Ricochet has always been good at selling. Like
yeah,
you thought
the
he
bumps
was
he takes.
completely done. Yeah. Um, overall, like the match was great, and you were talking about the chants, the Eagles chants, the
But
Hurt
it was Baldy
Syndicate, the
chance.
song. Yeah, and so of course, "We Hurt People" is the catchphrase for the song, right? Well, they changed it to "We Bald People." If you go back and watch it,
Yeah.
they're chanting that as well. So the 2300 arena has been fantastic for chants and just crowd interaction. But this match, overall, the 450 that Ricochet hit off the springboard
Mm-hmm.
early on in the match, I mean, they hit all the big moves.
Insane.
Um, I really think at All Out, this will probably be a contender for match of the night.
I hope so. I really do. But they've been building it up okay, so I mean we have another week. So and Collision.
Yeah,
We'll probably build it up on Collision too, I would feel like.
I want to see Toa and Bobby in a one-on-one without anybody else. I think they would have a great match.
I like Khan more, but yeah, Bishop Khan is my favorite out of the two. But that would still be good for sure. After that we had a Hook promo. It was like on a rooftop somewhere. Like sitting on a couch, and he says that he talked to Joe. They explained why they dropped him like a bad habit, why they moved on so quickly. Obviously, the title match was the following week after he got his concussion, so they needed someone. Hobbs was more than willing to step in. So Hook says he gets it, even though he still hates how quickly they moved on from him. They obviously there was still, they wanted him in the ops, but he said that he wants to do his own thing right now. But then he says, I don't remember the exact wording, but he's like, or am I? Basically. Or am I going to be alone? So where the fuck is that going?
I'm honestly like, I thought he was joining the Death Riders. Was
That's
they
what
not?
my chat said. That's exactly what everyone.
Because
Because I was like, I have no idea, and chat's like, Death Riders. I'm like, really? After all that he's done
of
to
the
fight
main
against them,
event.
though?
Yeah, it would have made perfect sense.
You think so?
Because look at it, Garcia, right? He's watched everyone be taken out by the Death Riders. All of his friends, Orange Cassidy, Darby,
But Hook literally
Brian.
just returned by taking out Wheeler.
Yeah, Willer's the sacrifice.
That,
Anytime there's something going on.
unless they're gonna drop Wheeler and bring in Hook, and then they have Daniel now,
Well,
which we'll get into here
you
in a
got to
moment.
think. Statlander used Yuta's pin. So are they trying to
That's
spin
true.
something off there?
That's true. She did. She used his move or whatever. I don't know. I do think Stat ends up joining, especially because there was a Willow promo that we'll talk about here on this Dynamite that she kind of alluded to Harley about. Don't trust Stat. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping he doesn't join the Death Riders, but it also may, just like I thought for Daniel, it might be the best thing for him, for Hook.
Yeah, because as much as people will say Moxley's not good, I guess, in the company, I guess, or they don't like Moxley's group in AEW, it has helped a lot through storytelling.
It really has. It's really, I think it's once I think Revolution, or am I thinking Double or Nothing? Once after Double or Nothing is when it really picked up, the Death Rider story.
Yeah, because there for a while, a lot of people were like, okay, we've got to progress this or it's going to go flat. And then after Double or Nothing, when we figured out who was going to be challenging, it picked up.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. If it happens, I'll be okay with it, but I just hope it's done well if he joins the Death Riders.
Yeah.
After that, we had the match of the night, Philly Street Fight, Timeless, Tony Storm, and Sky Blue. They fucking AEW and women's crazy ass stipulation matches always fucking hit, and this one was no different. First off, Tony came out and paid tribute to the Sandman. Came out in a jumper. She came out with a trash can, had it full of weapons. She fucking smashed a beer can on her head, spit it out like Sandman, which was fucking amazing. And the match was just insane. Obviously, I was a little surprised that Triangle Madness did not get involved in the match.
I was too.
I thought they would get involved since it was a street fight. No DQ. But a very good match. They had mouse traps on tables. Tony ate cheese. They used a staple gun. She stapled Tony's ass, both cheeks, and both tits, and her downstairs area in the front. That was fucking epic. Insane. And then, of course, Tony then used the staple gun on her afterwards. But my God, that was insane.
Like, because I commented on everything that was happening with the staple gun. I was like, oh, she got her in the cheeks. And then, I was like, oh, God, she got her on the front. And then you hear Taz was like, I don't even know if I can say what she just did. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We can't. Like, that was insane.
It was so good. The crowd loved it too. They were eating up everything. The mousetrap table, and the table didn't even break. So Sky Blue gets Tony onto the mousetrap table, and the table looked like it had no give whatsoever. It just fucking totally ate every single shot of it. Tony falls forward, and this match became even more gay than it already was, with Tony's face right in Sky Blue's crotch after the table not breaking, which someone pointed out to me. They're like, damn, this match got more gayer than I expected. I was like, damn, it kind of did, in a good way, obviously. I mean, we say that in a nice way, because all of the AEW's women's division, as we saw Chuck Taylor tweet about recently, is super horny for each other for some reason on Twitter and social media. Jesus. And Chuck Taylor said, why aren't the men more like that in AEW? We should start doing that. And I was like, dude, if it's as funny as this, then I'm game. But we had one of our women's gay moments where they were all over each other. She had her face right in her crotch after the table spot. I don't know. What did you think of this whole match? It was fucking great, I thought.
It was chaos. I liked it though. I think the match went great. It shows that Tony Khan is getting more comfortable with the women's, I guess, hardcore style matches per se. We know we've seen women bleed in AEW. We've seen that a lot. But we haven't seen him really do a lot of, I guess, hardcore ECW style matches like we've seen with this one. So,
I mean, there's been quite a few of them in the women's division. I'd say that there's like a good catalog of, like, they've had a good run of those. It's like the 6th or 7th one they've done.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Like we had Stat and Willow last year at all. I think it was All
Yeah,
Out last year in
and
one,
yeah.
and then we've had the tag one with Ty and Anna Jay. I forgot who. I think it was like Penelope and someone, or no, it was it Julia and Sky? We've had so many, and then there was the one with Britt that caused controversy because she was like Crimson Mask, and people were like, women shouldn't be like that in wrestling, and they like
Oh yeah,
released a
with
whole shirt
Thunder
on it. They've
Rosa.
had so many of these women's matches like
Yeah.
this.
Okay. Well, maybe then I forgot. That might be just be on me, but I think we are getting closer to seeing the blood and guts
Maybe.
with this division
I
we
don't know
got.
because then we have interviews where Tony's asked about things about like he was just asked about this week about a woman's C2, and he was like, once the division's healthy, definitely would be in consideration. It's like, dude, it's the healthiest
Who
it's been.
who's not there that we're missing? Thunder Rosa's fine. You have everyone there that I know of. I mean,
I
Britt, but we don't
mean,
know if
I
Britt's
could pull up the
coming back.
roster
I know.
page and see if we could really nail it down, but I don't. I agree with you. I don't think there's really many, if any, at this point. All right, so Tony, Mercedes. Okay, that's the men's roster. Well, they have a bigger roster than I remembered. Okay. Alex Windsor,
Yeah.
Anna Jay, Athena, Britt Baker. We don't know where she's been. Deanna Prazo hasn't been on Dynamite. Diamante, she's more ROH. Emi Sakura, Harley Cameron, Hikaru Shida. She's not really there all the time either. Jamie Hayter just came back. Julia Hart, Camille. We don't know where she's been. Kiera Hogan, more ROH. Chris Statlander, Layla Gray, more on Collision, but I don't see her wrestle much. Madison Rain, I don't even think she wrestles anymore. Marina Shafir, Megan Bain, Mercedes Martinez, more ROH. Mina Shirakawa, mixture of both. Nyla Rose, we don't really see much of. Penelope Ford, Queen Aminata, Rebel still signed. She's still on the roster, I guess. Red Velvet, she's ROH. She's hurt though. Riho, Ruby, she just had the kid. Serena Deeb, I think she just came back to ROH recently. Sky Blue, Ty Mello just came back. Taya Valkyrie, more ROH. Yeah, there's really like maybe Rosa. I know she was gone after all and because of injury. Yuka Sakazaki's been there recently. Yeah, I really don't know who's missing besides Camille, Deanna, and Britt, and none of them are injured.
No, Camille just got done
And
filming.
Rosa was the only one that I could think was injured. And Ruby's gone because
Yeah.
of her baby.
Unless he's just wanting everybody to be back. To
I
where they
mean,
all
1,
get to be a
2, 3,
part of
4,
it.
5, 6, 20, 25, 30, 35. So he has 40 women. And there's
Yes.
only like 4 that we can't account for, technically. Like,
Mhm.
technically. I mean, you could throw Matt Addison Rain in there, Mercedes, but they're mainly ROH women. Maybe not Madison. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, who's, like you said, who the fuck's missing? Who are you waiting for?
I mean, Thunder Rosa maybe because.
Unless he's just saying that because he's trying to sign more free agents.
But who?
I mean,
We know. I mean,
well,
we
and
just.
Surrey is hurt. That's the only other one I could think of. She signed with ROH, and she's hurt now. She
Yeah, she's
summed it
supposed
all
to be
in,
the
and
one to take it off. Yeah.
well, I would
She's
assume,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But
Anyways, yeah, this division's stacked. But with him saying shit like that, I don't even know if we're gonna get women's blood and guts now because he keeps saying shit like that. I mean, the story's there for it. You can only do 4v4. You could do 4v4 or 5v5. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't care if we do that.
I mean,
Give
we're
us a
getting.
tag title.
They just announced for Collision this Saturday a woman's fucking 10 woman tag. So
$50,000.
yeah, or whatever it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's waiting for, but apparently it's that. Was there anything after this? Oh yes, we had. So this is when the Willow interview happened. Harley Cameron came in. She sang a song about cat on your face because she had her face painted as a cat, trying to convince her to team up with Statlander again. And Willow then explained to her that obviously she's been talking with Wheeler and Mox. She didn't really say this, but like alluding to like what she's been doing lately, and that she can't trust her, which is very fucking fair. Like that is 100% what the case is.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can, but I get where Willow's coming from. I cannot remember if she was the one that broke up the group that they were in. Because didn't she go with Stokely when that all fell apart?
Yeah, yeah. So she aligned with Stoke. I think it was Chris who turned on Willow.
I think yeah.
But then she aligned with Stoke, which didn't really last long. I think it ended after the all out match they had. But yeah, I don't know. It's been. I'm curious where it's going. It just feels like they're taking a long time to get there. Stat and Willow,
It is.
whatever's happening.
I think they're kind of on the fence about what they want to do with Statlander because we keep getting the Yuta stuff, but then her and Harley are now getting over as a tag team. But if they
I think she's just gonna churn. But I think that's why they're teaming her with Harley to kind of try to get us off the track, like to get off the scent of that she is fully gonna join Death Riders. But I think especially now that Daniel did, she's 100% going to, unless they throw us off, which they could do too. But
it is possible. But either way, I was happy to see Harley Cameron back at full Harley Cameron form.
oh yeah, she's great. She's great at everything she does. So then after that, we had our main event, the 10-man, $500,000. Oh, I forgot to say during the show, we did have at one point where we saw the Bucks in catering, and they went to go sit down with the Dark Order. Actually, no, first Renee was trying to interview them. Renee was like trying to ask some questions about things. I don't remember exactly what. And eventually, she was like, oh, she's the one who told them they were in the 500K. And they were like, what? Really? Like all mad or whatever. And then so they try to go sit down and they go to the Dark Order, who's all sitting at a table together. They don't let them sit there to eat lunch. Nope. Eventually they find a table where Brandon Cutler's sitting at and like all the extras that none of us recognize. And they sit there and they're like, oh my God, Brandon Cutler. And Brandon Cutler's like, I've wanted to say something for you guys for so long. Shut up or whatever like that. He told them or something. And they were like all bewildered. And he's like, that felt so good. And he just leaves.
He was excited.
Yeah, and then Moxley rolls up and he tells them basically if the Bucks, you're the fucking Young Bucks. Don't let anyone and making fun of you or whatever they're saying make you feel any different. You're the fucking best tag team in the world. Yada yada yada. And he says if the Young Bucks show up tonight, all 500K is yours. And they're like, oh fuck yeah, because the whole things are broke now. And so that led to the main event. They came out to the Dynamite OG theme song. And their Tron was their IDs with their full government names. Or their ID photos.
I really thought it was mugshots at first.
That's what I thought. I thought it was mugshots too. And then my chat was like, no, this is their ID. That's why it's saying their full government names. So I was like, oh, that makes more sense. I was like, I thought they were mugshots too, though.
Yeah, I think it's great what they've been doing.
It's been hysterical.
With the Young Bucks. I'm gonna hate when they finally go back to being the regular selves because I think this has gotten them more over.
Yeah, well, they got the money. We'll say that they ended up winning the match. It was against Brodito and the Ops in this 10-man tag. They pull out. So at the beginning, it was Nick Jackson who started the match, and he just kept going for pinfall after pinfall. Like they just showing how desperate they are to win the money. They just kept going for pins after like one move. It was a really fun 10-person tag match. At the end, Bucks get the pinfall victory. They cheated. They used the ropes and also pulled the legs down on the ropes to help get the leverage. I think it was on... Who did they pin? Was it one of the Ops or was it... I forget who they pinned.
They pinned... Oh, that's a good question. It wasn't
Brodito, right? It wasn't one of them. No, it was one of the Ops then. I think it was Shibata, actually.
Yes.
But so it leads to Brodito starts brawling with the Bucks to the back. So we might be setting up that tag title match.
I think we are. I really do. Which at that point, do the Young Bucks put over a different tag team or do they finally take the win?
I think they lose. I think Brodito, I don't think they're gonna lose right away because they've only had it for like a month.
Yeah, but how many? The Young Bucks are known at this point for putting over tag teams, so at some point they've got to get the wins.
No, they don't.
You don't think so?
I don't feel like this stage in their career they need to. No,
I know they don't need to, but to get because I think their goal now is to go back from being at the bottom to working their way back up.
Yeah, but I think they should keep building up to it. I don't think it should happen right away. It's only been like a month since they lost their EVP status. Or no, it was July. So it's been a few months since they lost their EVP status. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'd rather this go to like, I want to see the Bucks down and out during Christmas time, not being able to get gifts for their family. Like, give me it all through the holidays. Oh, yeah, like, I'd love that shit. I mean, that's just my personal preference, but I wouldn't hate if they win the titles here because I love the Bucks. Yeah,
but then we got to figure out what we're going to do with Brody King because he needs a solo push while Matthews is still recovering from ankle surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see that. That's why I think he retains. That's why I think they beat the Bucks if it gets announced for All Out.
Yeah, that is true.
We'll see though. I mean, I definitely think that's the match for All Out though. Bucks and Brodito. Because didn't Brodito
Another
beat the Bucks in the first round? So there you go. So then I could see the story being Bucks defeating them in the rematch then.
Yep, they did.
Damn it. I didn't think about that. We'll see. I don't know. It could go either way, I guess. We'll figure out more on Collision and Dynamite for that. But obviously that wasn't it. That was the main event. But after they brawled to the back, Brodito and the Bucks, that left Moxley with, I forgot who. I know they were all brawling. Like they took out, I want to say they took down Hobbs on the outside, and then they took down Joe, and I think it was just Shibata in the ring with them, I think. And then so he was getting destroyed, and then Darby appeared and started helping, beating down Mox and everyone. Then it was kind of just Darby and Mox in the ring after he kind of took out everyone else. And then that's when a guy in a hood came out and hit him from behind. We had the tight shot, so we didn't see him come up. You hear the crowd start to react, though, to someone walking up and hit him. I initially said, oh, is that Gabe Kidd? Because we never found out what happened to Gabe Kidd last week.
That's true. I
was like, is that Gabe Kidd? And then he didn't hesitate, took off his hood, and it was Daniel. And I was surprised just because I thought it was going to be Gabe because he disappeared last week and we never got an update. So I figured he came to make the save. No, it was fucking Daniel Garcia. So I had a good shock because I was like, oh, it's Gabe. He's back, Nope, fucking Daniel turned finally. So
yeah, I think it's time.
I agree. He was at a point, even though he was TNT champion, where it was just so forgettable him as a face.
It is. He's been a face for what the last? No, I don't think it was the whole time, but majority of AEW he's been a face.
Yeah, no, because he was part of the JAS or whatever. So
yeah,
I think.
Or maybe he was in between. That's one of those.
Yeah, because 2.0 was part of it, but I don't remember if he was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, so I'm happy with this personally, just because now I feel like this was long overdue for him to feel like to team up with Mox. Because Brian had said in a promo years ago, what if it was when they formed Blackpool Combat Club. What if we tutored people like Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia? Like he name dropped them in that promo, and now Daniel's retired and new faction in place of them. But like finally, fuck.
Yeah, it's taken a while, but long form storytelling is a key aspect to wrestling.
I mean, I guess so. It's just I feel like they didn't have to wait this long to put him in there. They could have did it. I don't know. I mean, the story's playing out well, so I'm not too complaining too much. I'm glad it's finally happening. It took long enough to get him to a point to where I'm going to be interested in him again.
Yeah, and I will say there have been people that I've talked to that's like, he's been very forgettable, so hopefully this will help.
I hope, yeah. Like, I hated in kayfabe. Like, I was like, no, he fucking joined, you fucking asshole. But then I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, I hope this is good for him. Like, I hope this really gets him up there, that upper echelon.
Yeah, I hope it helps.
I feel like this story so far is done. I know Darby was gone for most of it, but since he's returned, he's really feeling like a main event player. Since he's returned and feuded with Moxley, so I'm hoping the same, that this adding him to the group could kind of help push him to that point too.
Yeah. So my only question about this, if you remember, Moxley ran off of one of the main things was he was tired of weak people being around him inside AEW.
Yeah.
So he's took someone who you could technically say was weak in Garcia because he kept losing, couldn't get over this and that.
True.
And now he's with them. He's going to mold Garcia.
Yeah.
They took out Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was weak to them. When he comes back, is he going to join?
No, I think it's going to be the same thing as Darby because they also took out Darby. So they took out Darby, and that was like the kayfabe reason why Darby like was gone for a bit before he went to Mount Everest. So yeah, I definitely don't think so. I think OC returns and he's going to be on the face side. Because let's speculate here. Say Pac returns during this. Pac is still part of the Death Riders. He got hurt.
Yeah, he is.
So now if you look at Death Riders, you have Moxley, Pac, Claudio, Daniel, Marina, and Wheeler. You have 6. And if you add in Statty, that's 7.
Come on.
You are gonna need OC as a face for this at this point.
Yeah.
Can't lose another one to them. I would hate to see OC as a heel, by the way.
Yeah, and then that would also play into the fact of the Jack Perry thing. That's another one they could throw into
Yes. Maybe
Darby's side.
Yeah, because Perry, maybe, because I mean, we saw Perry's call get avoided by the Bucks. So, I mean, that's a kind of a side story part of the Death Riders, but we'll have to wait and see. I feel like that's going to be more of a Bucks thing.
Yeah, but they're constantly intertwining that story now, so we don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just mean, like, I don't think that the first thing he'll do when he comes back is get involved in the Moxley story. I think it'll be something with the Bucks first, and then it might lead to that.
That's true. I know this is completely off topic. Did you see the update from Triple H 16 minutes ago?
Is it bad? I didn't.
It's not bad.
We'll be making a huge announcement on WWE's YouTube channel Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I told you we changed the game and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be the Saudi announcement, right?
I would think, unless
that's gonna be the Saudi
big
announcement for sure. Nah, that's gonna be WrestleMania 43 in Saudi. I guarantee it. So I guarantee why so one thing we didn't talk about too is he was on the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, Triple H.
Yes.
And he claimed he missed Raw. He was at Kill Tony and all this stuff. During the Pat McAfee show, he alluded to changing, like, just, changing the game, kind of like what he just said here, basically. I forget exactly how he worded it, but it was brought up on like a Reddit thread that I saw. Like, he kind of like alluded to something big coming, like just the way he worded something. Like, he didn't say something big was coming, but he was like, the way we change the game, we're always looking to do that, or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't say they were going, but it was like alluded to, and people were like, And then the rumors came out after the press release that we talked about earlier and all that, and then the Snapchat video, and then the dirt sheets dug into it, and they're all kind of saying the same thing, that they're hearing that it's going to be announced soon. That has to be it. This has to be the Saudi announcement for Mania.
Yeah, almost. Unless they got something else big planned.
The only thing I think of, there was also an interview with Mark Shapiro, and he said, I think it was Mark Shapiro, the guy who owns something Shapiro works for TKO. Anyways,
yes,
he said that they would like to make WrestlePalooza on the level of like a Mania or a SummerSlam. That goes back to what the initially came. I don't want to say initially came out, but the rumors of, and Fightful talked about this in the past, 2 WrestleManias in a year.
Yes.
Does this announcement maybe be a different Mania, like a WrestleMania Saudi instead of a WrestleMania 43?
It could be them saying, hey, for people, we've heard rumors, speculations. He's not going to word it that way, but WWE and TKO, we've sat down and we've decided that since we have such a big international crowd and a crowd here in the States and all that, we're not just going to do one WrestleMania, we're going to do 2. We'll have one here and then one in a centralized location for people that's international.
So could they do this? I don't think they will. But could they do this like they did WrestleMania 2? So WrestleMania 2, they broadcasted from 3. It was bad. They broadcasted. Obviously, technology's advanced so much since then, so who knows?
Yes.
But WrestleMania 2 was broadcasted from 3 arenas: LA, Chicago, and New York. Mm-hmm. Could they do that for a Mania? Night 1 in Vegas, night 2 in Saudi Arabia.
They could easily.
Or even this match on night 1's in Vegas, this match on night 1, like go back and forth, kind of like they did WrestleMania 2.
The time zone, the only issue with that.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's actually yeah. So then I don't think that's even a thing then. I didn't even think about the time zone issue. Yeah, they're definitely not going to hold night 2 in Saudi then, or even like a night 1 Saudi, night 2, unless they want that, because then you'd have to separate your roster. So more than likely, I think this is just going to be a WrestleMania in Saudi announcement. I don't think this will be a 2 WrestleMania, like a second one announcement for next year, like for 2027. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then of course we know 26 is in Vegas. So yeah, I mean, if they do the two WrestleMania night one here, night two there, it would work because you don't have to have Triple H in both locations to do a press conference. He can literally be
Yeah.
sitting in WWE headquarters with people there. Hey, Byron be in Saudi, Kathy be in Vegas, do y'all's
The
backstage
more I think
stuff,
about
and
it, no,
then
the more of a mess it would be. So I don't
it
want
would
that.
be a mess. Yeah, it
The
would
more
be.
I think about it, yeah, it was a dumb idea, Josh. But that's my guess. This is a Saudi announcement for Mania for 43.
Yeah, it probably will be. I'm interested. I most definitely will be keeping an eye on it though to
Oh
see what
yeah,
is actually going to happen.
that's tomorrow at 1 for me. So we're already less than 24 hours to this announcement, and it's on the YouTube channel. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a live or if it's going to be like a like a premiered video. I feel like it'd have
Kind
to
of
be
like
a
they
live,
done.
right? They'll probably like something backstage at the SmackDown arena that they're at tomorrow.
Either it'll be something live or it'll be like the video vignette that we seen for like him and Cody building up Bad Blood the first time, when he was
Maybe.
like, "Hey, I got this assignment for you."
I feel like it'll just be like a video that they premiere or something for people to watch. I don't think it'll be like a
Yeah.
press conference or anything because he didn't say that. He just said
Hold
we're
on.
making a huge announcement. So
Let's see here.
yeah, do they have anything scheduled? Like
That yeah,
live?
that's exactly what I'm looking at.
That's what I knew. That's what you were doing. That's why I asked because I knew where you were going. Do they have anything scheduled? I just see the Worlds Collide one. That's it. They're obviously live right now with some shit. If the Canelo Crawford prelims are going to be on the WWE channel, that's interesting.
Breaking news: WWE special upcoming announcement.
And that's
It's a
tomorrow.
live event. It is a live event in 19 hours.
Yeah, so it says right here, breaking news, WWE special announcement 9/12/15. And it says, tune in for a live special announcement at 3 p.m. Eastern featuring Triple H, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquera, and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, what the fuck? What do they got going on? Liv Morgan. Like, we ain't seen Liv since she dislocated her
It's a
shoulder.
WrestleMania announcement. You're not going to bring
Yeah, it
people who are
is.
injured like Bianca and Liv in unless it's something huge. So it has to be a Mania announcement.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I know you are too.
Yeah.
WrestleMania in Saudi. Looks like, is that the Saudi flag in there, like as an emote?
Yeah, people are dropping the Saudi flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think it'd be.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm gonna tune in for sure to see what it is. I'm interested.
Definitely. But man, we're 2 hours 15 minutes. I think it's time to call it here. We had a lot to talk about with the Saudi
Yeah.
stuff, with AJ Lee, the show reviews. So I think this podcast was worth the 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kraken, where can they all follow you at?
So of course here on YouTube, but of course we got Facebook, the Kraken Wrestling, on Twitter or X, however you want to look at that. TikTok, Twitch, and Kick for all live reactions. And of course my own thoughts and opinions on what we see during Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Dynamite.
There you go. So go give Kraken a follow. And you guys, same for me everywhere. Josh Vibes Up here on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok. Just look up Josh Vibes Up everywhere or Heal Josh. I'll come up either way because that was my name forever. I do all the wrestling live reactions just like Kraken. And who knows, maybe we'll get a dual reaction together sometime soon. We haven't done that yet where we both react at the same time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Together, that is. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the links down below, like this live, and we'll catch you guys next time.